FlyQuest, 100 Thieves. Wolverine banned right off the bat. We probably weren't going to see Venom anyways. We're definitely not going to see Venom with group being protected for 100 Thieves.
Is Luna going to get banned?
Okay, the Winter Soldier. So we're not going to have that. And then you get rid of the Adam Warlocks.
This Mutants core for 100 Thieves, they were extremely dominant. I got my money on 100 Thieves.
Portal just could be setting up here from Gasklin. As it jumped down directly onto the point itself. 100 Thieves a little bit slower making their way over. Do have that Magneto as well as the Groot. So differential in that front line. There's already neutral fight coming up. I had a bit of damage going across here, but it's a little sustain. For the moment, though, just a slight little pullback from the side of 100 Thieves as the point gets ready to unlock.
And you see here all this pressure early, very, very early for 100 Thieves, just trying to find them, take them off the high ground as everyone starts moving towards the point. With the Luna Snows and the Namors on both sides, you're going to be seeing a lot of Namor looking for a flank, looking to get a pick off air with the Frozen Spawn with that team up, as a lot of pressure here on Spark Chief, trying to force those walls, and they are going to do that as you see finally one pick going ahead down for Delina.
Yeah, Delina going to get taken out. Energy able to find that opening kill here. Ultimate's coming online for the side of FlyQuest. 100 Thieves just now starting to get some of theirs up, ready to go. First and foremost, there's going to be the Luna Stone coming through, stealing the ultimate as the whale goes diving forward. Not going to be finding much there, but Energy is able to find another as Terra's going to be taken down. Another blow here for the Hela. As we continue to duke it out. Point's still not yet capped, but players locked into position here as Vinny will just hold them down, gets an isolate over onto Spark Chief, but the kill not quite going to be able to come through. Still just looking for that elimination here. Trying to get that breaking point on this lockdown, but 100 Thieves for now going to be in control. FlyQuest trying to turn things around. Light going to go into the bubble. Keeps himself protected here for the moment. Meanwhile, Terra going legendary up and over the top, looking for an isolated target, but the heal throughput decent from the side of FlyQuest, so not going to find anything off the back of that, but it's going to be Vinny, SJP, Delana again, getting some revenge here, as FlyQuest will finally get shut down, and 100 Thieves very firmly gain control of the point.
And that might be the most Marvel Rivals fight to ever Marvel Rivals because you see an incredible amount of ults got from the beginning, no early picks. The Groot's dropping walls, just like trying to force cooldowns, trying to force an ult. The ults get traded, and finally, Terra late with the Galactic Legend. After all those ults and those strategy ults have been used, getting some late picks, and 100 Thieves now looking to control the choke, looking to get a lot of value here from the Thornlash walls for the Groot. Just try to force anything very, very early. See the bubble there onto Terra, trying to find one. Just going to try to force some ults, and they do.
Into the air, here goes Energy, ult online, quite a bit of splash damage there, shield from Magneto. TDK is able to keep himself protected, but it's going to be Gasklin who's actually able to find Delana, so let's get taken out before that ultimate can come up, and with that final burst, Terra will end up falling. So solid opener here for the side of FlyQuest. They look to get their way forward onto the point, and they do manage to go ahead and shove them back here for the time being. A couple little stagger picks going to be coming in. The flip is going to be there. FlyQuest now gaining control. 65% established at the moment here for 100 Thieves. Is FlyQuest looking for a little bit more, but don't want to over pursue, and they will still get rewarded. It's just going to be hard to be taken down.
And 100 Thieves may be overplaying their hand a little bit, trying to take a really aggressive fight on the choke. You see that bubble early with that Blaster Barrage for Terra. Sure, they force some ults, they force the Goddess of Death from Energy, but lose picks early. Great scenario for them, though, is that they actually managed off the Strangling Prison to force the Fate of Both Worlds there for FlyQuest. So they still got some value out of a lost fight, and they are 65% here on the point.
Still a decent amount for the side of FlyQuest, though. Spark Chief able to lock some people in position. The whale can just come in on the back of that, but Delano, the neutral kill, just going to come through. His energy is going to be taken down. That's still available here for 100 Thieves. They continuously try to push back FlyQuest for any additional picks they can get. Video, I'm just going to be thrown out here, looking for a target. Drops it down. Bit of splash damage, but elimination not going to be found. Terra at the same time able to find Light. We advantage here for the side of 100 Thieves for the moment. It's just going to be the Root Prison coming through. Vinny, look at that. Just go ahead and lock them in place. Delana up and over the top. Goddess of Death in play. Able to find Zealous. The cleanup from 100 Thieves looks good. Flip back into their favor. They don't lose control. They don't lose the lead. And now they're cresting 70%.
And just another very long fight, but another very crucial fight there. And have to give some, wait, they're going for an early Galactic Legend. A very early Galactic Legend. I mean, already Cooper Tastic found. They really just want to find someone just off the rip. And they do. But I mean, I guess they were probably hoping there was more people there. Like, I don't know if that was a fat finger, if they really just wanted to go ahead and say, like, let's just get this one kill onto Cooper Tastic. I mean, they definitely get it. They get the elim. And now FlyQuest, Cooper Tastic going to make it back pretty fast because they do have that skate on Luna Snow. And FlyQuest going to be going for the poke.
And not exactly the greatest target they're trying to find, but now just 4% left to go here. Looking to push them off this point. Contest is going to be there. Overtime going to be forced out, but an immense amount of damage here on the Spark Chief. He's just about able to survive. Ult still here at the ready, just waiting to pull the trigger. 100 Thieves for the moment, not having too much. Are we going to go ahead and use that dupe on the ult? Light at the same time, though. Sends it out. That's going to be SJP now on the floor. One of the healers going to be taken down, but the trade back is going to be looking good as the lane is able to find one. So Port 4 at DPS now. Terra going to be joining him in the grave. 100 Thieves down 2 players as FlyQuest look to persevere. Energy still having that Goddess of Death here, should it become necessary, but they would love to get this flip just more so in the neutral rather than having to commit for their ultimates. But now it's looking all right here. The odds for them to be able to do it. Wall coming up, just trying to isolate and conquer somebody. Not quite going to be able to find it. As now the Goddess of Death going to be coming through TTK. We'll find one. Kubertastic going to be taken down, but there's a trade out. The Luna Snow is going to be eliminated. Terra dead. And it looks like this Goddess of Death should do just enough to keep FlyQuest in the map for now. 60% needing to get up to 99 to try to match it out. And they will gain control.
And it was looking like, I mean, up against the ropes there for FlyQuest just a little bit. They make it back. They do have to use the Fate of the Worlds, obviously, there. And I thought they maybe had it there with the Horn of Proteus with the combo of the Strangling Prison, but only got one, and they lost Light very early, who's now just going to be over to the Star-Lord here, obviously partially for the recontest as the portal comes on in. 100 Thieves make it here to the point, trying to just isolate one target, but most importantly, get some of that contest.
But that's just going to hard be taken down. Energy with a absolutely critical opening there. We'll find one, but Light's going to be traded out. As that Legendary just come through, they're up and over the top, looking to try to just mow them down, finds Kubertastic for their trouble, and now it's all crumbling here for the side of FlyQuest. At the very last moments, looking like they're going to be able to take this in double overtime, but they fall short of the mark. 96%, about as good as it's going to get for them. The overtime will bleed down, and 100 Thieves, a strong start, strong enough finish. They'll take the opening round.
A lot closer than I think it would have been in my mind's eye initially, and despite FlyQuest, I feel like struggling a bit there. 100 Thieves, you know, overplayed their hand that one crucial moment, bringing up that cap times a little bit equal, but gonna take the W there first. There. And I think when you watch these two comps here, Achilles, what's so important is when we see that interplay between like the Star-Lord and the Hela is, especially with Loki on the field, is like you really want your Hela to be getting some opening picks because you can get the res because of that team up, right? You have the damage boost, you can get the res. If someone goes down, you can bring up your Loki. And if you choose to play a Thor, you can also bring up the Thor if you choose to do that. And just watching the interplay of, okay, we force the Strategist Soul, Strangling Prison, you know, something like that. Okay, who is popping? Are we using a Meteor to try to like take down the Luna Snow through her ult? Like that back and forth until eventually the Galactic Legend comes out is pretty much the tempo here when we see a lot of these fights break down between these two comps is Force ult. Okay, Galactic Legend, let's see it.
3, 2, 1.
All right, well, Energy, despite the loss, still looking like one of the lobby leaders as far as that damage and final blows is concerned. Solid performance and opening picks. Going to be needing a little bit more of that if FlyQuest want to extend this to a third and final round. Well, it's obviously 2 in the back pocket here for the side of 100 Thieves. Kubertastic not too far away. Have that Fate of both worlds online and ready. Terra for now just going to be playing the low ground here, poking and prodding, duking it out against Light, who ducks back around the corner. Going low, but Heel's now coming through right as they try to go in for the pursuit. Archie dropping down around the corner here, just hugging that back pillar. Terra getting harassed out. They desperately would love to get this pick here on this Star-Lord, but can't quite make it happen just yet.
And they had to use the regeneration domain really early to save Terra here, actually, even with the idle aura from the Luna Snow from SJP. And there's going to be the Galactic Legend coming on down. They don't have the regen domain, so they're probably going to have to use anything, a strategy ult, but they can't save Terra in time.
Yeah, they just don't have the timing on it. It's going to be Light just starting to take over as Vinny similarly going to be taken down. Pursuit forward here, looking for some additional staggers as FlyQuest, the rest of the team, just go ahead and get the cap on the point. So very solid opening fight off the back of Light, just pulling the trigger on the ultimate.
And I'm definitely a little perplexing for my end because, I mean, you have the idle aura for Luna Snow allowing you to pocket just one player. When you put heals into someone else, they get that some more of that healing in return, or that spill-off healing. And I would think that Terra would have tried to be taking flank fights here versus Light, but was kind of on the point and just took a lot of damage early, forcing the regen domain. So then they were kind of just in the disadvantage there for that fight. As here comes the entry again. FlyQuest trying to hold.
Okay, well, there's the immobilize, just locking some people in position. Decent protect coming out from the Loki, though. They will stay alive. Now that Fate of both worlds going to be coming through here from SJP. Keeps the team alive in the mix here for the moment. FlyQuest, however, still in control, still playing forward against this wave here from 100 Thieves. A little bit of a back cap
they're capping.
Through. We'll see if anybody's going to go back. This one contested. Looks like the answer is going to be yes here. The very last second, they are able to go ahead and stop that one from just getting neutrally flipped. Goddess of Death now going to be coming through here. Energy taking the skies. Terra able to get some revenge. His Light's going to be eliminated there. Never able to find one, but broken out of the Goddess of Death is Energy, and he just absolutely gets melted. Terra coming up with yet another critical kill. FlyQuest, however, still have not conceded the point. 100 Thieves have the player advantage here in their hands, especially as Gasklin and Spark Chief are going to be taken down, so it seems like 100 Thieves will finally have their opening and get the flip into their control. 64%, however, a very solid lead for FlyQuest as they look for the retake.
Uh-oh, Terra has to be careful. Luckily, gonna use Rocket Pulse to get on out. They do have the Stellar Shift as well, give them a little bit of frames of invincibility, and that's exactly what you want out of your Star-Lord player, is the Star-Lord player, especially with a really aggressive hold here on this map, on Royal Palace, and just Marvel Rivals in general, you have to use so much just to get out of the spawn. You need someone to make them turn around. You need someone to turn, and when they did, Terra had the Galactic Legend ready, just broke the whole fight open.
Now on the back foot a bit here, FlyQuest. Nearly 4 ults online, Fantastic. Getting close to that next one. Quick little crow out. Energy, trying to stay safe, but every single time they gain line of sight, just a multitude of shots going their way. Trying to break down that Hela, but it's going to be Light just dropping down straight in on top of Vinny. Goomba stopping him. Coming away with the kill. Now the front line broken open here for 100 Thieves. As they try to persevere. Ult still online. There you go. Terra popping the ult, matched now by Light, just duking it out here in the skies, trying to just kill each other off. The healing throughput on both teams is going to be far too much. 100 Thieves now getting closer and closer to taking the lead here on the map, on the round, I should say. Trying to steal this one away and make it a 2-0 start. FlyQuest still not finding quite too much there, but Elena, just as I say, it's going to be taken down. Energy coming away with yet another critical kill. Locked in position, coming through. Vinny just going ahead and keep them in this spot. Light going to be taken down. Energy with yet another kill. TTK going to be taken down here in the front line. Vinny, however, still very healthy, still pushing forward, maintaining control here of the point for the side of 100 Thieves, making this unassailable for FlyQuest.
I know, but they still have the portal. Unfortunately, even with Vinny's heroics, with the Strangling Prison, now the portal comes back up. All the FlyQuest spawns, they're going to be back. They're going to force their regeneration domain, but they do have the Goddess of Death, the counter portal up for 100 Thieves. It's chaos here on the point, but the Goddess of Death getting 2, and now FlyQuest in firm control here, even with all the heroics from Vinny. I mean, just so much damage on the board there from the Goddess of Death.
Yeah, fadeaway shot from Energy to just be able to find that killer on a Harvey. Absolutely monstrous. Secondary shot now, a bit of pressure being applied there onto Delana, but Light needs to play this carefully, but his Energy joins it alongside the 2v1. They come out on top. FlyQuest looking to take this to a third and final round. TTK getting himself forward here. That Agamotto at the ready, jumps forward, does manage to find a connection on to multiple players. Can they get the cleanup? Harvey's going to be able to find one. Gasklin taking down Spark Chief as well, dead. The front line going to be broken down at the same time. 100 Thieves are able to find the flip. They're now in control. 99% there for the side of FlyQuest. Is Light popping that ultimate, taking to the skies, trying desperately to find some kills to get his team back into this one, but Cooper is going to be eliminated. Now FlyQuest need to just get back over to try to find a touch. I'm not sure if they're going to be able to do it. Overtime is going to be forced out. Can they get the clutch? Delana up into the sky. That got us.
I mean, they're gonna have some ults here, Achilles.
Above. Yep, Energy gonna be taken out. Terra finds Zelos. It's looking like 100 Thieves have actually pulled it off. FlyQuest with such a strong volley in this second round, but Odin's Archive not gonna go their way. Instead, it's a 2-0 start to the series as 100 Thieves get the first match.
Is there a hard counter to Wolverine? Do you just have to mirror match him? What are we expecting here? Here we go, map number 2. The bans, the protects are in.
We'll see how this goes here, but Terra was an absolute menace in the previous map there on that Star-Lord, and I don't think that that's going to change too much now that he's over on the Wolverine.
FlyQuest actually looking with this thing comp to be really, really aggressive, try to find someone off the rip there for 100 Thieves.
Yeah, nearly got onto Delana. Does manage to stay alive there on that Namor for the time being. We do also get first look of the day here in NA on the thing. There's some back and forth to be had here as fists will fly. Neutral fight so far, not taking too much damage. Terra does nearly get picked off, but shielding comes through, able to stay alive there on that Wolverine for the time being. Cooper-tastic going to be taking quite a bit of damage. Zealous as well, tagged up, and despite the fact that they got 3 healers on the side of FlyQuest, they still are going to be the first ones to fall. Solid opening fight here. 100 Thieves not going to be losing out on anybody as it's just jump off the side of the map, go for the reset. 100 Thieves first grab the point.
Delana there on the flank with Namor, and you have this Luna Snow team up with the Frozen Spawn, and it allows Namor to just jump into the backline there, Achilles, right? Put down some monster spawn, you do a ton of damage, you slow them, and just immediately burst down this triple strategist for FlyQuest, because they are playing a triple strategist comp here. They have a Luna Snow, they have a Loki, they have the Adam Warlock, and sure, Adam Warlock does a lot of damage, still a strategist at the end of the day. You lose some of the flexibility of having a duelist or maybe like another Vanguard. Well, I guess to be fair, they're already running 2 Vanguards, so they don't want to run the triple. But 100 Thieves here with some very, very strong ults. They have the Namor set up. FlyQuest gonna have to look to make something happen.
Yeah, they're not too far behind as far as their ult build is concerned, but 100 Thieves obviously having the lion's share. But Terra going to be taken down here in the neutral right off the rip as Spark Chief able to get in on top of that Wolverine. Harvey looking for a steal here, trying to just make up for the loss of that one character. Terra going to be looking to rejoin as quickly as possible, but TTK able to find Zelos yet again. All the support's going to be taken down off the rip. JP tagged up, but that's just going to be fitted to both worlds. Now going to be popped here, just keeping everybody sustained on the side of 100 Thieves. They look to maintain control, and already 60% being accrued. FlyQuest need to get something going. They need to make it happen right here, right now, Avast.
And the last stand's up for Terra. If they can keep Terra alive, I'm sure they still have the regenerative healing factor as well. The Galactic Legend used. Regen Domain gonna be popped. Are they able to peel this? Then more. Using the Bless of the Deep, they're still on the back line. The clobbering time goes out, but I think that's just gonna clean them up here on the point. Nothing found for Vinny. And that pressure from Light on the Star-Lord here. When you're playing triple strategist, you don't see Star-Lord a lot. Star-Lord is a very common pick. You're very mobile. You can have the idle aura there from energy and just wait for the right opportunity to strike. Wait to set up a Galactic Legend, force maybe the regenerative domain, or anything. And since there was no strategist ult remaining, it was just free pickings.
A really nice capitalization there from the side of Light, just seeing that the team from 100 Thieves getting segregated away from one another. Able to weasel his way into the back line. Find those squishier targets, take him down with the ultimate. Terra looking for the dive.
Oh.
Then connecting though. Yeah, a little bit of a little whiffy. But ultimate now going to be online. Zealous, however, able to find one. Is Delena going to be taken down? Critical target found here for the side of FlyQuest. See if they can maintain that, but dive forward. Terra isolating. Coopertastic now eliminated. Well, one of those especially is going to be eliminated, but just as soon as it starts looking good for Terra, it ends up looking a little bit bad as Spark chooses to find that kill yet again. Vinny now going to be taken out as FlyQuest very much starting to run away with some of these skirmishes here. More kills found. TTK gets a parting gift shot there onto Light. Getting rid of that Star-Lord. Okay, Delena able to find Zealous suddenly. Window of opportunity for 100 Thieves to reaggress back forward onto the point. It was looking like they were going to be completely contained back, but now they can go ahead and push forward.
Luckily, though, they do have that team up there with the Adam Warlock, both Star-Lord and Adam Warlock coming back from the cocoon there. Regenerating here. That's already 100 Thieves. They're on the point. They know they're going to have bolts. Clobber in time. Early for Chief. Going to deny TTK anything. They could not save them there with the Fate of Both Worlds. And now they have to be worried about the high ground. You see Bubbles going up to Light. Light's going to continue to contest up there. Deny any of the high ground advantages. 100 Thieves, they're looking for anything. They are going to have some good ults available. Fate of Both Worlds is going to be done.
Maybe looking for some kind of big opening kill here. TTK getting ready to come back over. Meteor Am online. Whale goes out. Whale goes whiff. Nothing going to be found off the back of that one. Light with another ultimate online. Just looking to whittle away at them here on the approach. Just keeping 100 Thieves at bay. Now chasing forward, looking for a little bit more. Hopefield going to be coming through, keeps him protected. And Light overextending. Does end up taking it down. Delena able to find that kill, but overtime still forced out. Going to start draining very quickly. Still just the one kill found so far.
Oh no!
Decent damage across, and Zealous chunked out. Terra on the rejoin. That Winter Soldier now in play. He's able to find him, picks them off. Player advantage is now very much here in the hands of 100 Thieves. Looks like this round not going to be over quite just yet. FlyQuest close but no cigar. We'll have to go for a final fight, but 83% 100 Thieves very close to stealing this one away.
And what a set of hero plays from 100 Thieves. I mean, the regenerative domain late from Harvey, keep everyone alive from the Galactic Legend from Light, who is finding the high ground, and then the find from Terra, denying the Karmic Revival. No reses available as FlyQuest looking to try to make it back. They have the portal. They know Spark Chief has the clobbering time. However, immediately cleaned up there with the Kraken impact. I mean, it's just getting so much value. Maybe not making another reset here. Cooldown about to be up. Yeah, they're not. This FlyQuest, I mean, they're down 3. It's just going to be a slow bleed here.
Yeah, I mean, Coopertastic gonna have to try to see if we can do something here. Put him on his back part. Spark Chief as well. Does have that clobbering time at the ready. But the uppercut into the headshot. Terra just picking them to pieces. What a clutch rejoin. The swap to the Winter Soldier. Absolutely everything with that catch onto Zealous, and 100 Thieves coming away with the opening round here on Burn and T'Challa.
And you see the power of the triple strategist there with some of the longer fights, like how long they can stay in the fight with the Star-Lord, being able to get the cocoon passive, get the team up, come back to life. But when you want to do a really, really unfortunate find there of Terra finding the Adam Warlock there, finding Zealous on the high ground, it just
it's about as bad as you can get.
Yeah, it's literally the worst possible situation. It's almost impossible to, lose an ult on Adam Warlock, and that's one of the situations where he can be found. And a lot of credit as well to both Terra and to Delena just making sure to just continue to deny value for Light, because that's where all the damage here for coming in, right? Spark Chief obviously does a lot of damage on the thing. You get the cleaves with the stone haymakers, but Light is kind of like their playmaker here. They're looking to sustain. They're looking to keep the fight going long enough to where Light can get value. And it's up to Terra, it's up to Delena to make sure, like, okay, we're not going to let you get value. We're going to shut you down, and we're going to pretty much constantly look to deny any of that extra damage you can get as a Star-Lord.
Well, 100 Thieves now coming into the second round, already with that win under their belt, but also with, I mean, damn near 5 ultimates in the back pocket here, Avast. This is going to be an uphill battle for FlyQuest to say the absolute least.
See some early pokes going on the field as FlyQuest. I mean, with the Invisible Woman now here, so they've decided, okay, we're actually not going to be playing. We're not going to be playing, you know, maybe a Loki. We'd rather just have let's have the Invisible Woman. Let's have the option to do some force physics. We can set up some shields here for Light on the Starlord, who's going to be really mobile. So you put the Guardian shield, absorb some damage, give some heals. 100 Thieves. I mean, like you called out, Achilles, 4 ults, about to be 5. The ult bank is looking really good as the contest comes out.
And Tara can get that 6th one online here pretty damn quickly. It's okay. That's going to be the clobbering time out from Vinny. Finds a knock up, not too much follow-up. Going to be there on the back end of that one. At the same time, Spark Chief going forward. His own clobbering time in play. The only ult going to be coming through, but Delena finding a critical opening pick. Energy going to be taken down there. That Lunastone now out of the equation. Punches flying. Tara trying to keep this thing at bay. Spark Chief getting whittled away at. Off screen will eventually fall. Delena able to come away with that kill, and 100 Thieves grab opening control of the point once more.
And FlyQuest, they definitely would love to have gotten more ults out. I mean, they got 2, but Vinny already 50% the other. And unfortunately, one of the, the clobbering time went out, caught Spark Chief, who, for those who aren't aware of thing, actually immune to most of those CC effects. So really not going to do much to you there. The team up there with Invisible Woman also giving some extra bonus health. As 100 Thieves still controlling the point, and Delena just is kind of the raid boss right now. Achilles, like, they need to make sure that Delena, with getting empowered by the frozen spawn, they can't let Delena be free firing, especially with the Horn of Proteus up now that can just burst through some strategist ults. As FlyQuest looking for the contest, not that 5.
Big turn, I was going to say, from Delena. Was kind of struggling that opening hella battle on the first map. Now looking so damn strong on this Namor. Light trying to lead the way. 5 ultimates online here for the side of FlyQuest. A little bit of a stun there. Now the ult going to be popped. Just taking to the skies, looking for a target, but 100 Thieves successfully disengaging, just kind of pulling back, breaking line of sight for the most part now. Diving forward here. This is JP going to be popping the ultimate, keeping everybody alive for the time being, but Zealous able to find one. Delena going to be taken down. Critical pick there. That Namor has been such a thorn in their side. Point, however, still not put into FlyQuest control. 100 Thieves maintain that for themselves, now pressing past 60%. Spark Chief just trying to get in on top of this back line. Simplifying Terra there. And with the final punch, SJP will get taken down, so it seems like FlyQuest will finally gain control, but already so much percentage given over to 100 Thieves.
Some well-used ults there, but once again, like you highlighted, it's an uphill battle for FlyQuest because they're already down so much in cap time. 100 Thieves, they're going to have plenty of time to build up their ult bank here. And FlyQuest, they need to be really efficient. They need to be maybe winning some fights early, just setting up like a bubble onto Light, letting him get into the back. Maybe a good clobbering time for Spark Chief just to win an early fight. 100 Thieves making the approach. Spark Chief trying to hold a little aggressively. He's going to get caught.
A little aggressively to say the absolute least, just gets punished right out there in the opening. And I mean, look at the floodgates open now. I should be able to find 2. Zealous this time not going to be interrupted. Does manage to get that ult through, just rezzing everybody back into the fights of FlyQuest. It's the opportunity to try to spare their blushes here, turn the tides on this one. And there's clobbering time at the ready. Spark Chief hitting the floor there for a brief little moment. Ult now available for use, but Zelos picked off Coopertastic dead as well, and the HP bars are just suffering as Light down to a sliver of HP. The charge through 111 remaining there on Spark Chief. Still not going to get taken down. Does manage to make his way over to a health pack. Zelos now falling as 100 Thieves still just too many players alive. They managed to push their way through. They regain control. Only 53% accrued for FlyQuest.
FlyQuest, unfortunately, after that early pick, having to drop the Karmic Revival just to stay here in the fight. Maybe even, choosing to do that. Like, okay, let's go sack at the choke early. Let's try to get some ults out, and then we can all just Karmic Revival. But they didn't get any ults out early. They got nothing out early. So the Karmic Revive had to be used, and they're already in that ult deficit. Now FlyQuest looking for the recontest. They do hold on to the Galactic Legend, but I mean, with the Fate of Both Worlds, I mean, with also the Meteor Rim that can also just completely mitigate all that damage, 100 Thieves have to feel pretty unfazed.
Yeah, it's going to be all out here from Coopertastic, just looking to obfuscate as much as possible. Meteor, like you say, is at the ready now. Going to be popped. Does he just send it blind in? No, just sends it into the back line, but it's going to be a big whip there from TTK. Not really finding any targets here. Light does go ahead, pops the ultimate, but Both Worlds popped here from the side of SJP. Keeping everybody protected and alive as the front line from the side of FlyQuest is just getting beaten and battered. Gaskin desperately trying to stay alive. Light able to peel one off there, though, as Delena does get taken down. HP bars now still low on the side of FlyQuest as they seek some stability, needing to get this flip here in overtime. Damage in the back line for Zealous, but unable to confirm that kill is TTK, but Terra does find Spark Chief, so one piece of the puzzle accrued here for the side of 100 Thieves. Well, still
Gaston
running
just
through.
trying to stay alive here.
Alive.
You see the tank? I mean, they gotta keep him alive. They gotta keep him alive. But you see, Clobber timeout, Terra back. There's gonna be the Kraken impact. They do have some ults. They're gonna have some options here to stay up here for FlyQuest as they're trying to find one of the meteor, and they just can't. And with Delana making it back here, also with the Horn of Proteus, I mean, unless a miracle happens, I think this should just be a 100 win.
Yeah, no, not at all. Can't find a damn thing here, it would seem. I mean, Zealous does have that ultimate, but they just don't have time on their side. The OT bleeds down, and it's going to be back-to-back 2-0s here for 100 Thieves, just collecting these rounds, shutting the door in FlyQuest's face, as they are now 2-0 here in this set.
And they're going to be... They did it. They listened. Are they listening in cast right now? Hey, FlyQuest, hi.
Adam Warlock, Res Comps, get out of here, they say. We're going to the path. Who will answer? Will it be 100 Thieves? Moving on to our finals against Sentinels.
And also, with the Groot coming into play here, too, I know, obviously, you were still waking up earlier in the day. You didn't get to see a lot of the EU. You were slowly cracking open your eyes. But the Groot, very, very strong here on the path. Just able to split up a lot of the healing. You can use the Strangling Prison to just, like, set up some ult combos as well, or just even force strategist ults.
I mean, it makes sense.
FlyQuest getting big off the corner.
Yggdrasil is a tree, and Groot is also a tree, so it makes sense.
The lore buff, of course.
Yeah, I know so much. We'll see how they fared up first on the defense here for FlyQuest. Spark Chief just trying to hold this corner for the time being. As a wall going up, TTK looking to get isolated. Does manage to go ahead, peel back around the corner from that one, but SJP lost a little bit earlier on. It's FlyQuest solid little player advantage there for the time being. So about a minute gone off the clock. TTK continuously getting battered around here, but that's just going to be quite a bit of healing and ult charge here for the side of 100 Thieves. And it's hardly nearly with that Invisible Woman ultimate ready to go.
And you got to keep an eye on the flanks here. I mean, already that early pick on SJP from Energy was crucial. As Vinny, though, finding Gaston, taking a lot of damage early. The walls, the Thornlash walls, when they get activated, do a lot of damage in return. As Vinny now just going to try to walk forward, split off some more players here. FlyQuest looking to potentially make the retreat. They have to make sure not to get staggered.
Yeah, and this means that Vinny is also able to catch up here, so we'll have that ultimate online. Spark Chief's had one in the back pocket for a decent amount of time now, but speaking of ult, it's going to be invested. There's the Meteor M out and light, going to be obliterated as TTK is able to come away with that kill, so the Namor now out of the equation. Some more ults online here, but just pushing forwards. The Kraken comes in from Terra. Just getting a breakdown here on those HP bars, just absolutely shattering them. Portal's there, jump out. We'll be able to go ahead and get this tag in, so keeping this cart locked in position for the time being, but Gasklin is all on his lonesome and will just eventually get taken down, and that's going to be the opening cap going the way of 100 Thieves.
And a valiant effort. Valiant effort for FlyQuest there, losing one early, losing Gaskin. I mean, not even able to build the Agamotto. And they tried their best, but unfortunately, I mean, Vinny just getting the isolations, has the Strangling Prison late, and the Kraken impact as always. I mean, there's a reason why Winter Soldier is kind of a perma pick, and it's just getting the culling effect, being able to instantly execute someone with that effect, burn through a lot of even support ults, a lot through the strategist ults. As FlyQuest now looking to make a stand here on second.
Yeah, just a little bit of space take. Attempt here from the side of FlyQuest trying to get up forward around the corner, keep this cart locked in position, but it's going to be Spark Chief. He just gets completely and utterly isolated. Gasklin does go in, gets that Eye of Agamotto connection, but there's just no throughput. There's no follow-up on the back of this one, so kills cannot be found. At the same time, now it's just FlyQuest getting completely split apart away from one another as Gasklin desperately tries to stay alive. Can just get whittled away out here as Hubble up over the top, and as soon as that bursts, Light will get taken down. Terra is just an absolute menace when it comes down to this Winter Soldier. Another Kraken online as Gasklin just having to backpedal. So much space conceded here by FlyQuest on this point B stretch. 100 Thieves just steamrolling now.
And now they have control of the chokes. I mean, Groot is just so strong coming in because you see the Thornlash walls there above, set in that angle. So whenever it comes in, any damage, you can just get a bunch more of that burst. FlyQuest now looking to make the entry. Spark Chief taking a lot. Elena looking for a flank, making sure that no duelist is trying to get behind them. As there's the Kraken impact coming on through. Not able to get a reset? Maybe. No, the Lunasto keeping everyone alive.
Okay, solid fight coming out here for the side of FlyQuest, and it's going to be fairly economic as well. Don't have to really commit anything there. They get the Kraken out, they win the fight. Very solid retake here of this cart. So just a couple of meters left to go for 100 Thieves. Do have 3 ultimates online to try to utilize to get it over that final line, but FlyQuest much needed reprieve found.
That, I mean, that was probably one of the best possible cases for them because they've held here at the very end of the point now, so they have a lot of room to work with. There's a lot of room that 100 Thieves has to make the journey back as Now taking a lot of damage on the entry, but FlyQuest, their bank's good. 100 Thieves, their bank's looking really good. We need to keep an eye on on Delena. Delena's going to be looking to potentially make an early pick on that Hela, looking to make something happen. So having to give up a lot of space to 100 Thieves here at Kilios is
they
walk in essentially for free.
Backpedaling quite a bit as there's going to be the ult out now from Spark Chief. Meteor M pulled out from TTK, seeking target, sends it. Not going to be able to confirm that kill. Coopertastic ends up falling low, but does not get taken down. Terra does find one, but return fire from FlyQuest. Overall, it's very solid to come away with 3 kills. Vinny will be able to get one more there, but Gasklin will be able to widely shrug off that death. This 100 Thieves still going to be looking to stick around a little bit. Don't want to concede all of this space over, and it's going to be Terra actually looking for a little bit more. Tries to get that pull in there onto energy, but can't quite isolate the Hela, so does manage to stay alive for the time being. Dueling Goddess of Death potential here between these two. And 100 Thieves once again make their way back over onto the point. Spark Chief
body
isolated, push forward. Yep, body blocking him in, not allowing him to escape. The kill is going to be found. Energy going to be taken down. Ult not needed there, it would seem, from Delena. The kills are found, and just like that, 100 Thieves right back into the driver's seat will get this cap on B.
And Delena and Terra, I mean, doing exactly what they need to do on this point, trying to make space on the flanks, and most importantly, they're just the body block there from Vinny. Vinny splitting the heals, making sure that Spark Chief can't make it back. And I was about to give a lot of credit to Zelos and them in the previous fight, where okay, uses the invisible leap pretty much on the Invisible Woman to stay alive, get the passive, get the region back up during that time, and keep everyone up on the flank and not go down to the Meteor Rim. But unfortunately, they just didn't have enough ults to survive that, and when they lose Spark Chief so early, their sustain immediately falls over. Now energy on the flank gets found, and that's really don't want to see, and that's exactly what you need to do if you're Delena.
I mean, and this is why Delena's been looking for these flanks the entire time. Does finally spot one out, gets rewarded for it with that kill. Goddess of Death now up from above. It's fit up to what's going to be popped there from Coopertastic just to go ahead and keep everybody sustained through the ult. So Delena will go ahead and pop back out of that one, but the card's still advancing forward. Looks for the stun in. Just a bubble for a brief little moment. Some heals coming his way. Delena still going to be healthy here. Still looking to try to just pressure this Namor out. As Light has to backpedal. Or suffered potentially dying, but it's going to be Terra who actually dives into the back line. That Kraken able to go ahead and find the one. Can't get the reset. Does get pushed into the corner. Energy able to find one. That from Goddess of Death raining down from above. Takes him low, finds the one kill. But for now, 100 Thieves still slowly, steadily gliding this card forward.
Again, credit to Zelos getting that push with the force physics, making sure they can get the reset. Going to be a solo, finding Coopertastic from Vinny. Vinny, I mean, there's a reason they're calling him the best Groot, as the boundary used here on point. Zelos going to pick them up, and just so much value from the Invisible Woman currently from Zelos.
Yeah, TTK does get taken down a little bit of a whiff on that Meteor M moments before. As Agamotto now going to be popped there from Gasklin. Look at the just go ahead and take down Vinny, which they are able to do so. These little chain staggered kills coming through, doing wonders for the side of FlyQuest as they look to take this time back down under a minute.
And again, just, I'm talking a lot about Zelos there, but boundary comes up, force physics deny the impact from the Kraken, and then also the Guardian Shield, making sure that when that push happens from Delena, trying to find energy, just plays the barrier. It has 300 health, it gives you heals at the same time. There's so much utility for Invisible Woman comparatively, which is why I feel like we've been seeing a lot of Invisible Woman compared to, Cloak and Dagger as it used to, even with some of the buffs. Now 100 Thieves trying to make their way back in. This is last fight here, Kilios. This is last fight territory.
For all the marbles to try to push this one across the line. One online here for Light. SJP with a Fate at the ready. Delena trying to get that next Goddess of Death online. Terra a little bit slow to try to keep this next Kraken up, but Energy able to come away with a kill. Delena going to be taken down. This time, it's going to be Energy who's able to hold the flanks. Terra does manage to go ahead, trades it back a 1-for-1, but obviously the run back significantly in the favor here of FlyQuest. Spark Chief, another ult online to just try to lock everybody here in position. Try to go for maybe a wombo combo here with that whale. Lock-in comes through. The horn has been sounded, and that's going to be a double kill coming through as SJP and Terra both hit the floor. 100 Thieves now just going to have to try to scrape by something here, try to gain some distance here in overtime, but Harvey's going to be eliminated. Delena answering one back. Energy going to be taken down. Agamotto now called out. Can't just look at the try to stun them here in position, but the kills on the back end is not going to be found. In fact, it's TTK who ends up falling to the wayside. Goddess of Death up and over the top. Delena going to be good for one. Light going to be taken down here. Looking for a lot more, though. Not sure if they're going to be able to find it. Ends up falling. SJP swapping over onto the Jeff. We actually do get to see one, but probably not for very long here. The overtime will steadily bleed down, and eventually, there you have it. FlyQuest with a successful final point defense. Stop 100 Thieves from getting it to the end of the map.
Jeff.
Thank you, Puckett. Thank you, Puckett. I mean, I saw Jack pointed there, Achilles. When the Jeff came out, I was like, whoa, there it is. There's Jeff. And I mean, major credit there to Spark Chief there at the end, combining with Light. They made sure to wait. They were looking to use the Strangling Prison with the Horn of Proteus because that's, once again, a combo that can burn through those Strategist ults, even with the Invisible Boundary. They just waited to the very end. Spark Chief waiting to get the perfect setup, gets 2, and puts them on the back foot. And because TTK was there on the front line, they did not go down in that combo. They didn't have the portal from spawn. They were just going to have to walk on back. So it was kind of the worst case possibility there for 100 Thieves. They made a good push, but not a full cap, and getting held there, I mean, it's a very hard last point to cap fully. So I can't really hold it too much against them. But and I think overall, FlyQuest finally making some moves here and looking a lot stronger with energy back in the lineup.
Yeah, I mean, the main thing to focus on here for FlyQuest is that it's finally a win. It's finally them preventing 100 Thieves from being able to get an objective, because of donation, they weren't able to do that. So it was rough going, especially that A to B stretch. Some rough fights there for them, but finding their foothold for a decent bit at the start of the map as well as at the end. So now a win condition locked in, but still going to be needing a strong push of their own. Could be fantastic for now. Expecting a swap is surely not to that. Maybe some opening poke and prod. Yep, now just going to be that Luna Snow coming through.
It's just for the speed. Just for the speed. You drop. It's like Lucio, you know, drop a couple bubbles, walking out, get very fast.
So still learning the tech.
Yeah, there is. It's a little techie, honestly. There is.
There's like diamond lobbies in Asia, so
there's a lot. Yeah, the tech is being developed and it's still being found for sure. As Gaston, I mean, they're just keeping pretty similar compositions across the board, keeping the Namor as well. And you're going to be expecting that Namor to be taking a lot of fights here on the flank, as you see the front line here. And one of the benefits of having the Doctor Strange versus the Magneto is you build these dark magic. You build this dark magic, it will drop the Maelstrom, get a lot of burst fire. It's already Light empowered there. The first one finds one.
Very solid kill to be found. SJP, another early death suffered. Saw that happening as well. When they're on the defense, as Energy comes away with 2, and this is going to be a steamroll of a push through to A from FlyQuest. Exactly what they were looking for.
I can't believe it. They got off domination. They put energy in. It's looking a lot better. You know, like, I mean, I'm sure they had a plan. Obviously, they definitely sold the plan with that triple strategist, but it's the bias here of the survivorship bias of seeing that, because I'm sure we didn't see all the times in scrims where it did work. Now they're rounding the corner. Gonna be some good ults coming up for FlyQuest. 100 Thieves, because they fell over pretty quickly, not gonna be a lot of options just yet. I mean, they don't have the Goddess of Death, but it's gonna be a pretty large brawl that we're looking to go here, as Spark Chief trying to make space and goes a little aggressive.
Yeah, just gets absolutely destroyed as Terra going huge. She's gonna be picking up a 4, looking for the Penta, and we'll be able to find it. As Kraken just getting those resets through. Honestly, don't even think he needed to pop the ultimate, but went for it, sent it. And now can just look to build up another one. So 100 Thieves, solid little fight. Can take a breathers. They force FlyQuest onto a reset.
And now they get to fight, hold this choke a lot more aggressively there. And it's just kind of I think the conundrum of being, the Groot conundrum of you want to make the space, but you're also a very large body. You don't have a lot of damage mitigation outside of your walls, and hoping to get some of the bonus HP when you're playing at your Ironwood. So it does open you up to potentially just getting bursted down there. As Selena on the high ground, you see flank fight going on, but the Guardian Shield again from Zelos, just making sure that they can play the barrier there with that Guardian Shield and just completely denying the value there from the flank.
Yeah, huge pick for the delays. That Goddess of Death build up here for Delena. Energy still trying to get theirs online. Terra managed to take them down, though. A kill to trade it back, but Light goes ahead, trades up here for the side of FlyQuest. Now Spark Chief once again going to get punished there in that front line. The Whale going to be lunging forward, but still not found at the back of this one. Go back into more neutral territory here as Light just looking for a target. The cart gliding forward, getting over half the distance here towards that point B. Thieves going to get gathered back together, are going to have an ult advantage, so as Delenn does nearly finally have that ult online.
And they just weren't able to get enough off the picks. They just couldn't find anything. And Light also using the Horn of Proteus means, I mean, with the combo in general, only getting one. I mean, not even getting one. It really got bubbled. So
yeah, now
they're kind of just in the deficit. It's 100 Thieves just playing the corner. Huge hook coming in there. Can they clean up off it? I don't think they can. But they're going to force a lot of cooldowns.
Yeah, this time not going to be able to find that punish. Delena again nearly eliminated. He's just trying to go for a poke and prod flank there.
That's what I needed.
Just stay alive.
This flank battle, Achilleos, just over time, over and over. This is what you're going to be looking for. And once again, Light on the flank, using the monster spawn, trying to bully out Terra. And this is what you need to see if you're FlyQuest. You need to try to win these flanks.
Oh, but now the Kraken going to be in play here. Tipping forward, looking to try to get that isolated damage across, go for the resets, but Visible Woman ult out there from Zealous at the same time, just keeping the players obfuscated, protected here for the time being. So overall, the Kraken not going to be leading to too much of anything. The cart's still going to be stagnating here for the moment as Thieves have a decent little entrenched position, and Energy once again wins a fight on the flank. The lane going to be put down, and Light now able to find Terra. DPS duo going to be eliminated here from the side of 100 Thieves, and that just leads to the cleanup on the remainder of the players. We'll push forward. FlyQuest continuing to persevere as they get the bump up here on that time bank. And they're in a very solid position to get their first map win.
And that's just some quintessential Path of Yggdrasil second point there. I mean, it's just constant flank battles between the DPS, Energy dueling with Delena, Terra doing the same with Light. And that's kind of the benefit of having an Namor here, is that you get the frozen spawn, you get that extra monster turret, and you have all that extra survivability that maybe, you know, a Winter Soldier does not. And so you can just fight really, really aggressively to look for the flanks, open it up for your team. So now FlyQuest is looking around the corner, not much in the bank here. So they're gonna have to be looking for like a neutral pick, try to build some ults.
Looking for the isolate there on the TK. Not quite going to be able to get the punish there. Does pull back. Kraken now online here for Terra. There's Energy just dancing around, staying alive here for the moment. There's the root. There's the Kraken in on top of it. It's an instant triple kill here for Terra. Just getting all these resets over and over again. It's a solid combination there from the side of 100 Thieves. Coming away with that fight victory. Still 2 minutes 45 that they need to drain down off this clock.
I mean, there's an ult combo right there. I mean, we could call it something calamari, perhaps. The impact calamari there, just coming in with the tentacles, making sure to get the Kraken impact. The Culling effect goes into play. Again, the early executes if you go down below that 20% health threshold. And you see the Groot walls here as well from Vinny, making sure that Terra can just rotate on and off the high ground to contest a bit, to get a little bit extra poke. As FlyQuest's going to round the corner, are holding on to Invisible Boundary. Have to be careful not to get caught by the walls here from Spark Chief, though.
Has been getting punished quite a bit in those front lines. It's Meteor M going to be slapped down. It's Cooper-tastic and Energy dead moments before as Delena does get a little bit of revenge. Solid cleanup here from the side of 100 Thieves, not conceding any ground, I should say. FlyQuest once again shoved back into the respawn room, but these eco pushes, if we want to call them that here for FlyQuest, to pull back a very old terminology from the Overwatch days. They've nearly got 5 ults ready to go. Big combo potential there from Spark Chief and Light, who's 20% away.
And I have to respect what FlyQuest is doing here, because I think that's exactly right, Achilles. I think you hit the nail on the head here, is that these are eco pushes. I mean, part of it was they didn't have ults, but they don't want to invest in anything because they know they just have to win one really good fight, ideally. And even if it's just like one good fight, they can just deal with the staggers from 100 Thieves for the rest. As they round the corner here, the bubble too, denying the force physics. And I think they really find Vinny, they are.
Yep, Gasklin able to go ahead and finish the job there. So Vinny going to be out of the equation. That's one of the ults dealt with now, is here comes the whale. Piles in on top, and that's going to be a 3K for Light. The combo looking absolutely gorgeous. Sometimes some space bought there from SJP with the ult, but as it expires, so too will their life. As the card now opened up for the push, and there are still 2 ults at their disposal here on the side of FlyQuest, and Vinny just tries to go in, tries to set up the roots, but instantly is met with death. The push comes to fruition, and FlyQuest will ensure that this series is not over yet. They go ahead and close things down. The path to Yggdrasil, because now they're on the path for a reverse sweep.
I think there's actually a great ban is the Winter Soldier, because typically Bucky is one of the key like dampeners of, okay, how much pop-off can happen on the flank.
It's 100 Thieves pick, and the players are ready.
As we have Energy still here on that Hela.
Speak for yourself. I haven't been able to assess if I like it yet. Okay, Seth, let me make that decision. Let me see if I make that decision. But yeah, it is going to be the Venom here for 100 Thieves. Actually, not Vinny on the group, but rather the Venom. They're going to play a very, very mobile comp here for the offense. It's FlyQuest. I mean, playing a little bit more standard. Having the Starlord here, very, very common. Have Starlord contest the high ground as Vinny and Terra just trying to remove some of these duels off that high ground, make some space, and just make it through the choke. And like I said, this first point can be rather hard to attack.
Yeah. Well, there's the dive forward here onto the high ground. Terra taken low off screen, taken down as Light is going to be able to go ahead and find that first blood. Solid kill found. Some HP low on the side of FlyQuest, but kill's not going to be found quite just yet. Freezer onto Vinny, pops the shield. Will be safe for the moment. Meanwhile, TTK just trying to push his way through these brambles here. But Energy comes away with another elimination as the lens is going to be taken down, and there's a fantastic stagger as FlyQuest successfully staving off this first volley here from 100 Thieves.
I know Vinny still behind, should be able to get out, has the Venom swing. Yep, exactly like Venom. Very, very hard to nail down, to capture. as FlyQuest doing an excellent first defense there. And this is exactly what you want, is you want your Star-Lord, you want your Hela, you want them to be contesting the high grounds as your, pretty much as your Magneto just gives the bubbles, and you have the Groot to hold it down as already. A lot of damage again off the Thornlash wall, as 100 Thieves looking to just make their way on up. They are going to have some ults in the bank.
Has the roots here at the ready, and that is a bold pull of the trigger there from TTK, and one that gets absolutely punished. Tries to go for the Meteor M, gets shut down mid-air. Loses the ult, doesn't find the value, and now 100 Thieves still
they're committing the copy.
To commit forward.
They have the copy here from Harvey. Harvey going to go for the God of Mischief on Luna. I mean, they're down. They're going to have those respawns come back, but it can be a late Galactic Legend if they're going to choose to chase around the corner. Well, they're not, because Delena actually just going to sit down light, say no chasing. Actually, we're not going to have that. As now 100 Thieves with the pick can make it on in. There's a lot of damage off the field. They're going to drop the Galactic Legend of their own off the Venom dive. They have some portals, so
take advantage of here. And Terra not finding too many targets, and down here on the ground. Okay, everyone is going to see the healing throughput is going to be solid enough to keep everybody alive, but Delena comes away with one. Zelos does end up falling. Spark Chief now going to be taken down. It seems like 100 Thieves have finally broken through. It seemed like FlyQuest was going to find that window of opportunity, but the punish on the line just ends up being far too much. So Cap going to be coming in, 100 Thieves down to 1 minute and 30. We'll go ahead and lock this and unlock the payload.
I hate when a goated DPS like Delena just like makes a really cool play happen suddenly, because I was about to be like, oh, TTK drops the Meteor, and because he's low HP, you know, typically it blocks the projectiles, but you can't block Groot primary fire and with the Meteor, but then it got all interrupted. So now I wasn't able to drop the nerd point, you know? You couldn't even do that at all. And now, though, hitting the cap there off Delena, who just gets some very, very crucial picks. And be expecting to see a lot of flank shenanigans yet again, right, from Delena, who's going to be using this to get into positions, use the Astral Flock to get out. 100 Thieves continuing to try to make some progress.
Yeah, solid reply kills in the last couple fights here from Delena have been monstrous. FlyQuest going to have to try to figure out how to really shut down this hell on the opposite side. As for now, Cart going to be locked in position as Delena wanted to go on a very big flank all the way around the back, just spotting out some of those copies so far. In the meantime, Fantastic Icicle goes across. Finny going to be taken down there in that front line. And Zelos that copied ult once again. Delena going to be forced away. And simply for the time being, 100 Thieves going to be held at bay as BDM sent out, but no kill to be found there from Gaslin. 100 Thieves right back in on top of the cart.
And Delena, on the longest flank of all time, has ended in disaster. Caught there by Energy. So very unfortunate. They've been playing just the 5v6 the whole time, and the flank doesn't even work out. As now FlyQuest going to pop the Galactic Legend on their own. Look to chase, but a Meteor eating a lot of that damage. Not going to find a pick, but still absorbs a lot of that damage. Keeps him alive. There's going to be the Luna Snow ult in return. Or rather, I should say, yeah, everyone stays up. Cooper-tastic. TDK finds one. Energy down. As now 100 Thieves maybe looking to collapse.
Also the back there from Vinny causing some chaos, and the kill is found. Energy eliminated, but Light able to find one. Terra just get traded out. Vinny frozen up. Shield gets melted, taken down. Gaslin able to come away with that kill. So player advantage still going to be here for the side of FlyQuest as they chase forward, looking for a little bit more. Damage taken makes them think a little bit second about it, but TTK will still be found for some additional stagger. So far, solid little defensive hold here from the side of FlyQuest, not allowing for this cart to make it around the corner. Get on that final stretch towards the checkpoint.
Oh no, they missed the air burst. Spark Chief couldn't jump it up to the high ground. This is so sad, but it's okay. I mean, they finally forced 100 Thieves, get Vinny off the Venom. Now they're going to be holding on to the God of Mischief. They'll have a Gods of Death as well. The Pantheon ult. Essentially, 100 Thieves looking to engage here with the Galactic Legend. Force the Return of Domain pretty easy. And now they're just going to wait to set it up, because they also managed to get the God of Mischief out. So Zealous just waiting for the last possible second before finally getting the copy out onto Luna Snow.
You know, once again, FlyQuest can just kind of dance around this corner, break line aside. Delena trying to open things up here as that Goddess of Death ends up coming through, but as soon as it pops out, Light just able to go ahead and find the finishing blow. Delena going to be taken down. Harvey with the copy, not going to be able to do too much here as Vinny similarly falls to the wayside here in the front lines. A minute now remaining on the clock as FlyQuest go chasing forward, looking for some more additional staggers. Couple tankier targets as well as some support, so coming away with these kills, not quite going to be found. Still winning out the fight and just successfully draining the clock. FlyQuest in a very good position at the moment.
Yeah, I mean, the old bank here is still pretty similar, but less than a minute. So we're in a last fight territory here for 100 Thieves as they make their way on in. I mean, they really need to get something out. They need to get some of these ults out early here to maybe have the chance to set up Terra in for a late Galactic Legend, but it's going to be the early Galactic Legend instead from Light.
M there from TTK once again, not quite going to be finding contact. Damage exchange here between both of these Star-Lords, but kills just aren't quite going to be able to be found. FlyQuest, however, still That got us to death at the ready. Spark Chief can just set up for the roots. SJP now going to be popping the ult here. Just trying to keep everybody sustained as much as humanly possible. Vinny, the roots coming through, getting the lockdown. Energy going to be taken down. And his light simply falls on the wayside. So both DPS players, now the duel is gone. An opening here for 100 Thieves. They look to try to push forward, get that checkpoint, and keep this map going in their favor. They're landing out up into the skies once again. Got us to death, raining down hell from above. We'll be able to get the chunk out. Spark Chief ends up getting picked apart. So 100 Thieves should be able to get this cap off the back of this.
It was extremely scrappy, but managing to get those strategy souls out lets them pretty much have a setup for the Strangling Prison there late, get some late kills. As now 100 Thieves going to be chasing there with the Galactic Legend again. Just get some late staggers or some late elims as FlyQuest now going to be looking to defend last, the latter half of this map. And it's getting very, very down to the wire here at Kilios. I mean, FlyQuest looking a lot better here with this setup with energy in the lineup, playing some of the Groot.
Still haven't really been finding too many opportunities to try to utilize this Goddess of Death, though. I believe he's had it in the back pocket pretty much the whole time.
It's marinating, it's fermenting. It's perhaps it'll double in power in time.
Maybe. It's treating it like kimchi. It's better the longer you leave it in the jar. A little bit of opening damage there, and there you go. Ult now does come through. And TTK just looking to try to mitigate some of this damage. Meteor not going to be finding a contact there, but Energy similarly not going to be finding too much from the ultimate, so it's right back into the neutral fighting. As Light looks to try to open things up, it's going to be Spark Chief who finds the first. It's Shippy going to be taken down there, and overall, widely, the fight goes the way of FlyQuest here. 3 kills are going to be found. 100 Thieves now just backpedaling beneath, trying to stay alive. Pulls back around the corner. FlyQuest don't want to overextend here. And we'll just go ahead and give some respect to the respawning members of 100 Thieves. Don't overchase and get punished. For now, they do have that cart locked away from 100 Thieves.
Themselves here. They have to be kicking themselves here a little bit. TTK drops that early Meteor M into the Goddess of Death, and it's so hard to find the lockdown kill. You would have loved it to have it for the Galactic Legend. As Selena goes down early.
Huge kill there, potentially for the side of Energy. Is now they're just going to be locked away. I don't even think they have the contest. No, they do. Overtime is going to be forced out. TTK drifting over towards the cart. Another Meteor M nearly online here for him. So Harvey desperately with that duped ult tries to keep him alive, but now Coopertastic has one of his own. 2 worlds now in play, but Energy comes away with another Terror. Going to be put down on the floor of the Meteor M in play. TTK needs it to be huge, but it's not finding much, and Energy once again is able to find the opposing Hela. Harvey going to be falling to the wayside. Light finding that. Vinny gone. As one by one, the members of 100 Thieves going to be bled dry. FlyQuest can successfully hold this in position. Portal opened up here from Terra. The swap over on to this Doctor Strange. Just trying to get them back into play. Galactic Legend now once again popped here for Light. Spark Chief another route at the ready. 100 Thieves trying to persevere, but 2 more players dead. Now a third as Terra joins him in the grave. The cleanup will be swift here on the back end, and that is going to be once again FlyQuest giving themselves a win condition, not allowing for 100 Thieves to make it to the end of the map.
And FlyQuest played this really well, but 100 Thieves, I think, just overall, I feel like if in their point of view, they have to feel like they made a series of mistakes there. They stayed on the Venom comp a little long for second, and also that really like brutally long flank that did not end up yielding any value for Delana there. Just ending some time for them. And additionally, that fight before the last fight, like I talked about with TTK popping the Meteor M into the Goddess of Death, sure, absorbing some of that value, but because of the Astral Flock, it's just so hard to find the Hela once the ult ends, and so they didn't have it for the Galactic Legend. Just completely pushed back. Losing some picks there, so maybe just a series of small mistakes. And at the top level here, when you think about rivals at the top level, so those very, very small mistakes, especially when it comes to the ult economy, will end up costing you heavily.
Yeah, and I mean, you could take a look here between Energy and Delana as far as the stats are concerned. Yeah, there's some more damage throughput coming through from Delana, but a lot of that is because we got to see multiple pops of the ultimate. Some damage was layered in. You're getting that splash across, but the crucial picks that Energy has been able to find, especially holding down that flank and really just kind of throwing egg on Delana's face, it's way more important in the long run. So FlyQuest with a very successful defense now just need another solid push, and that's going to be them sending us potentially to that map 5.
2, 1. All you need to do is capture the
And looking like they actually want to roll out on the Rocket Raccoon here. Okay, no, they're just doing it for the armor packs from the BRB. Okay, that's fine. I was about to say, like, are they actually going to do it, try to farm the amplifier? But nope, they just wanted the packs. All good. Back onto a much more standard comp with before. 100 Thieves not making many changes, and now I think a difference maker is going to be kind of the first, because I think the first it gave some difficulty to 100 Thieves, but FlyQuest eventually yielding with not taking it necessarily down entirely to the wire. As you see the poking coming out here, these high grounds so incredibly strong. You're gonna have to watch the Star Lords, and that's why, because both the Star Lords are gonna be fighting for these high ground flanks a lot, Achilles.
Yeah, and that should set up for Spark Chief just to be taken down. So really solid. I mean, you were talking about it before when the attack had begun, you know, from 100 Thieves, how difficult this first point is going to be. FlyQuest very much learning that now in real time.
We love destructible terrain. There it is. Some more movement going on. As now 100 Thieves just waiting for the next recontest here to have for FlyQuest as they come on back and spawn, do the walk of shame on back. And we're gonna wait to see. I mean, I imagine this is probably gonna be like a split push again. This is very common. The idle aura from Cooper-tastic going on to light, which means like when the heals are going on to his team, on his friends, and actually they removed the idle aura. They said, actually, no, you're not gonna be getting that. We don't need that. It's just immediately frozen. There it is. Oh my gosh, immediately frozen too. Luckily, not found.
Yeah, somehow not punished, but Delena able to go ahead, no energy. Have to assume that it's going to be on some kind of flank angle either way. Gets that pick. I mean, energy right now, 29% on the charge. Delena about to crest 80 towards that Goddess of Death. These fights overall have been very concise from 100 Thieves, just coming away with these picks, just building up that ult charge, not allowing for FlyQuest to do the same. So fairly limited in their util options at the moment here, as they look to try to just go ahead and resume this approach.
I mean, they are going to have the strategy tools they need, but it's pretty much a 6 ult versus 6 ult fight. It's a lot of damage onto Gaslit here. Galactic Ledge are going to be used from Terra, gets the bubble as well. I mean, they're not going to force any strategy tools here. I mean, they just run back, play the regeneration domain. So kind of, I mean, it gets some time. You know, it's a space-making ult, but not a lot actually generated from that.
Here they come!
Just getting that one out of the way. Now looking for the push forward here on FlyQuest. 5 ultimates of their own at the ready. Light is on Galactic Legend now built up. Gasklin going to look to try to open things up as that Meteor M gets thrown out, but going to be finding contact. HP bars from 100 Thieves widely going to be very stable as Harvey goes in, gets the copy. And Fate of Two Worlds just leading the charge forward here, just shoving back FlyQuest. Goddess of Death here. Just lobbing in the shots. A little bit more to go ahead and break them out. Delena not going to find too much on the back of that one. Now Light opens things up with his own ult. Meteor M just dropped down right on top of Spark Chief's head. He hits the floor. Light able to find one. Delena going to be taken down. TTK desperately trying to stay alive. The heals coming through. Set domain out. They keep him sustained. They push him back up to full HP. This Magneto pretty much immovable here for the moment. FlyQuest desperately needing some bursts, but it's going to be Light taken down as Harvey comes away with one. And now they look for even more. Energy still pushing forward here alongside Cooper-tastic, alongside Zealous, who has that copied ultimate. But he's going to be frozen up, but there's just no way to try to get a punish here on this group. The damage has just been chopped in half with the elimination of Light. 40 seconds now remaining from FlyQuest. They need to get into gear.
I mean, a limbs trading back and forth, but Vinny about to have another Strangling Prison. Terra, there's going to be the Strangling Prison again, splitting the heals, but the regeneration domain good. There's the Galactic Legend, and just how long this fight went. I mean, 100 Thieves just built more and more ults, and I really wish that Spark Chief maybe they were just trying to wait. Spark Chief had the Strangling Prison for so long, they just couldn't use it. Light went down trying to make a play. And now they're in a last fight where they have to desperately go back. Gaston's going to go to the Doctor Strange just to get the portal so they can contest. They're going to be walking to the God of Mischief. They're about to have a Meteor M. I mean, so much pressure here is onto Energy, Achilles. He has the Goddess of Death.
Be right into the meat grinder here, perhaps. Energy dropping down, gets into the Goddess of Death. Spark Chief, however, falling lower and lower, and now going to be taken down. The Meteor out. TTK finds Zealous. Cooper-tastic taken out, as that is going to be it. Not with a bang, but with a whimper. As FlyQuest looking like they were going to be able to deliver a map 5, take us the distance, try to get the reverse sweep, but in the end, 100 Thieves pull off a full hold after being held in position on the final stretch here of the map. And they will take this series 3-1 and advance forward into the money match against Sentinels.
And despite what was looking like a potential comeback for FlyQuest, I mean, 100 Thieves gonna go move on, take on our winner from last week, Sentinels. Hela, Star-Lord, we're probably gonna be seeing a lot of both of them.
The Sentinels 100 Thieves fan battle has begun in the chat. Sentinels is for deforestation. 100 Thieves hates puppies. Both hate Squirrel Girl. Why, we don't know, but we're about to find out. Hell's Heaven is going to be our map.
Portal's coming out early.
ZP, tag in.
Yeah, just sub it.
You know, I'm phoning it in now.
He's not
I've
coming
had enough flaming. I'm phoning it in now. Here it is. I'm about to drop the worst cast of my life. As now Kalu's dropping the portal here, getting up to the high ground very early. 100 Thieves, though, of course, playing on the group Magneto, so no portals for them, but still going to be playing Little Hella Star-Lord, a very common duelist comp that we were expecting here.
Alrighty, well, opening volley coming through here. Inside track onto the point from the side of Sentinels. And okay, Delena able to find that opening kill. Amazing. Going to be put down on the floor right off the rip. And Harvey gets into the mix as well. Sticking through with that invisible woman as Hogs is going to be taken down. And this is a hell of a start for the side of 100 Thieves. Armori is able to find one in trade, but that does lead to 100 Thieves getting the initial lockdown here on the point. So Hell's Heaven for now in their control.
The Sentinels, they don't want to give it up. I mean, they know they got that pick on Terra, who'll be coming back pretty fast because that rocket propulsion, especially with the buff, has a lot of fuel in the tank. Sentinels looking for the poke, trying to have the entry, and a pretty decent Fate of Both Worlds advantage here for Aramori is already. A lot of dark magic stacks there for the Maelstrom. Gonna force them back, and Sentinels still trying to find a pick.
Delena again. Finding another one. This time it's going to be Aramori sent back to the respawn room. Hogs does trade one out as Terra's going to be taken down. Kalush pushing forward, gets in on top of the invisible woman, and this is going to be a very solid reply from the side of Sentinels, just pushing forward in the neutral, not allowing for 100 Thieves to utilize any of the ultimates that they'd previously built up. And they're going to get a very fast flip, fastest one that we found here today, at least in Americas, or NA, I should say, as that is going to be them in control. Only 36% accrued for 100 Thieves. Coming back in, though, multiple ultimates about to be online for them.
You see some map geometry shifting here, because that's one of the most beloved aspects of Hell's Heaven is some of the shifting of the map geometry here for the point. Sentinels still holding on to the high ground. They know they have the Strangling Prison. 100 Thieves should know that too. They have to be really aware of the threat. Gonna force the invisible boundary very early. As now 100 Thieves trying to make the entry.
Dropping that in, only able to find two on the lockdown. No kills to be found on the back end of that one, but Amazing and neutral does find one as Delena's going to be taken down. And for now, 100 Thieves still going to be backpedaling away. Sentinels gaining control, taking the lead here. As for now, struggling to find any kind of access over towards the point, especially as FJP also gets picked off. So solid stagger on the back end. Sentinels is going to allow them to really stretch this lead.
And something to note too, if you haven't already noticed, that Super Gomez on the Magneto, and someone that's for Sentinels flexed a lot onto triple Vanguard, oftentimes playing like Thor. So the Magneto coming out here for Super Gomez, just showing once again so much flexibility for this roster, getting the extra bubbles, and Magneto does a lot of damage now with some of the recent buffs. As Delena on the very, very long flank. They have to be aware. Do they are aware? I mean, they're definitely not looking. As some of the ults are getting traded, the invisible boundary going out. I have Agimoto. I mean, what's happening? They're not seeing anything. They're just invisible.
Yeah, I have no idea. Either way, the Agimoto went in, and Hogs was able to get in on top of Harvey, so kill is found. And then Hell gets unleashed, but he's needing to see a bit more here from the side of 100 Thieves. Backpedaling coming out here from a couple of players on the side of Sentinels is Amazing. Going to be caught there midair. Nice shot from Delena finding that punish. Gets in a smattering of additional damage there onto the tank line, but Kalush still healthy enough. Pushes forward. Keeps this in contest for the moment as they look to try to get up to 99% at the very least here for potentially conceding game. Super Gomez now looking for that Meteor M. Sends it, but still not going to be found. Vinny going to be frozen here on the corner. As Super Gomez does fall. 100 Thieves gain control. Now ticking up past 40%. Still a long way to go, but a couple additional staggers will go ahead and allow them to bleed out a bit of extra percentage.
And 100 playing a comp now here with the magic as well for Terra that's prioritizing, okay, we have a lot of damage on the field. We have some ability to chunk down some Vanguards here with the magic, but also we're extremely mobile. We have the Hela and also the magic that we can use those stepping discs to just kind of get around the portals, run around dark. I mean, pretty much now the issue here is that you have to make it through the choke here yet again. And it's very, very hard to go through, especially with the Dark Child up for Terra, who's just going to look to pop that, knowing that they can just force this Radish ult very, very early.
So far, they are allowed widely to just get out into the open here. So space is conceded. The Dark Child still not going to be popped here from Terra quite just yet. Hogs trying to get that ult back online here. Sentinels 3 to work with here for the moment. And Delena going to be taken down to Super Gomez, able to find that opening kill. Meteor M now out from TTK, looking for a target, looking for a big burst here, but nothing really widely going to be found. Aramori able to go ahead and keep everybody alive with her ultimate. Agimoto now going to be thrown in here from Kalush, getting the stun, looking for the kills, but not going to be found. SJP, similarly there with the Fate of Two Worlds.
Oh, and the force physics so brutal there from Kurova.
Kalush,
they back up
and battered. It's not going down. 99-99 here. Spread out across both teams. Super Gomez finding one on the back end. Finding another as Delena similarly going to be taken down. And that's going to be the duelist now eliminated, taken out of the hands here of 100 Thieves, and that allows them to just further push forward, break down this front line, and in all likelihood, go ahead and claim this opening round in Hell's Heaven.
As now 100 Thieves Probably not going to be able to get the recontest. I mean, they do have Terra on the Strange trying to get the portal, but it's not going to be in time. And now it makes a lot of sense as well. Why did they ban the Wolverine? Why was Wolverine banned? Well, guess what? If we play triple Vanguard, there's no Wolverine to chunk through it. Magic probably the next best option because Wolverine, remember, does damage based on the percentage of the target's total health and gains damage stacks from the Berserker's Rage. So one of the best options to burn through really large health pools, but there's no Wolverine available. Sentinels made sure to get rid of it. And now this triple Vanguard comp, they can just slap Super Gomez onto the Magneto, onto the Thor, and it makes it really hard to counter.
30 seconds before you attack. Get ready.
Clue so far looking like a bit of an immovable object here. 10-1-1.
Escapes the inevitable.
And damage lead as well here for the side of Sentinel. So very solid performance. And I mean, again, we're talking about this a bit in the previous series. It's a solid start for Sentinels, and they're coming into this one with a Meteor M as well as that Goddess of Death available for them. So potential for a pretty breezy first take at this point as we go into the second round.
2, 1.
Seems there's going to be some early portals coming out from either squad. Looks like it is going to be once again Kaluj looking for the portal. TTK doing the same as well, though. So both teams opting to save their feet. They're like, no, we're not going to wear out our shoes. We're going to take the portal hill, take a little extra positioning. It's 100 Thieves, though, opting to take the high ground instead.
Yeah, end up split across from each other here for the most part. High ground, though. Not going to save them too much from that Goddess of Death if it does end up getting called in from the side of Amazing. Kurova now ult online. Aramori nearly going to be there is Vinny for the moment. Just kind of getting bullied down below half HP. The freeze coming across. Root's going to be pulled out in desperation, but Eye of Agamotto, everybody's stacked in, but still, it's going to be 100 Thieves coming away with 2 kills on the back end. Solid turnaround here from them. Super Gomez going to only be able to find one commits in with that Meteor M. And widely, 100 Thieves going to be able to shrug that one off. Terra down to a sliver of HP, trying to stay alive. Looks like they will be able to do so. As 100 Thieves look for this opening cap with Amazing's death.
Oh, Vinny staying alive there at the very end. And that was almost a very fast fight loss there for 100 Thieves because they just did not have the invisible boundary up just yet for Harvey. Luckily, they get up in time, the invisible woman ult, keeping everyone up alive through the strangling prison. And what's so important, too, with TTK on the Doctor Strange, even with the Eye of Agamotto going out, getting the stun, and still the invisible woman ult just ending there for Sentinels. Getting the Maelstroms, getting those Dark Magic stacks just lets you get burst, even through some of those support ults. Because now they're going to look to fight the high ground here at Kilios. And it's really a question of, like, okay, we have nothing in the bank other than a strategist ult, so can we find a pick on the flank? The answer is no.
Yes, you can. Delena up above. Amazing, completely caught off guard. Stun into the headshot. Easy deliverance of that elimination as Sentinels once again backpedaling out, needing to play this with a full 6v6. But based on that, that previous fight, the swing there for 100 Thieves to be able to get the cap, they've completely also just swung the ult economy fully in their favor. 6 ults on the way. It's finished. It's 50% off now. It's okay. Galactic Legend. Immediately forces the ult from Aramori. Desperation calls, and it's just going to be a double stack here on these support ultimates. Agamotto out there from the side of TTK. Not sure if he quite got a catch, but either way, Hogs does end up getting taken down as Elena delivers one, Terra finding another. As things go from bad to worse here for the side of Sentinels, 100 Thieves running away with the round.
And not even have to invest a lot of the ults there. Only having to use 2 there to make sure they clean up that fight. As now, it's going to be a final recontest option here for Sentinels.
I mean, you say it's 2, but they also got 2 out from Sentinels. Both support.
They did, yeah. They got ults out as well, which is so crucial. I mean, so extremely crucial here for now. So Sentinels down in the ult bank. They don't have a huge economy. They have to be coming in for the recontest. They're in this advantage pretty much in every way. We're going to see a hero play. Maybe something comes out from Amazing, gets an early pick. As 100 Thieves are sitting here waiting for them.
I mean, you've got maybe a combo between Hogs and Super Gomez here if they can just try to really layer in with that Meteor M. Have to see, but for now, the approach is trying to get over to the point. It's still fairly brutal here for Sentinels. Looking for the setup, but Amazing dead. Delena once again having the upper hand there. Super Gomez trades one back. Harvey going to be taken down. The healing now going to be cut in half here on the side of 100 Thieves. But SJP, made 2 worlds in the back pocket. Woman ult going to be committed there from the side of Kurova. Not allowing for Terra to really find too much value here off the back of this. Was rushing forward, ends up getting frozen, trying to dash out. No, re-aggresses forward. In the meantime, Delena coming away huge. Goddess of Death. Gunning down 2, Super Gomez. Able to find Terra. Sentinels now just trying to keep this one tank alive. The barrier not going to be holding. Super Gomez does get pushed back up towards full HP. Hog's going to be swapping over onto the Venom now. Triple Tank just try to get back over onto the point. No. Swaps, rethinks it, goes for the Groot here. Trusting in the team to be able to try to continue this delay, but Delena once again finds a huge pick as Amazing gets taken down. Finds Kuroba as Delena is absolutely taking over this map and this round. And Thieves looking to close out this 100-0, and they will be able to do so. Huge performance to go ahead and extend us to a third and final round here on Hell's Heaven.
And I mean, that's just 100 Thieves masterclass, honestly. I mean, they just made sure to get some early picks. They won the ult fight that mattered. They had the huge bank for the following fight, and were extremely, I would say, prudent with the ults, not making sure to overuse in the fight previously. And then it just became a stagger situation where you're stuck in this kind of like in this cycle for a little bit because the staggers can take so long in Marvel Rivals of, okay, we have portals, we have players that are very fast, and they have like big health pools, big sustain, and it's just a slow lose burn there unless you're managed to find a pick.
I mean, kind of was glazing him after the first round, but I mean, Kalush went from 10-1-1 to 11-5-1. And if that doesn't paint the picture for how brutal that second round was for Sentinels overall, well, then I think that the lack of stats increase pretty much tells you the whole story. But now a final round to decide it all. Overall, not too, really any changes to be seen. Just going to be sticking with the same compositions.
And, you know, we talked a lot about previously about how Vinny was called the GOAT Groot, right? And you just see that damage there for Vinny. I mean, Vinny also holding on to the Strangling Prison for this first fight. Doing a lot there on the Groot as already both teams choosing to fight here on the flank very, very early, trying to find the high ground. Wall's looking for an isolation. No one found just yet, but they have to be aware of the Strangling Prison for Vinny. Could just find an early pick because there's no strategist ult up just yet for Sentinels.
Hogs is on prison, nearly available. All shifting around, drop down here onto the point itself now as it is unlocked. 100 Thieves once again trying to get that opening lockdown. Ult's in first and foremost here from Vinny, and Kalush ends up getting picked off. Answering ult now going to be used maybe here in desperation from the side of Hogs. No combo on the back of it, but Terra does get caught up in the crossfire, ends up falling down, so 1 for 1 in that regard. Got us to death quickly going to be burst through here, it would seem. As up and over the top, Delena try to get up on the high ground, but Amazing still comes away with one. SJP going to be taken down as soon as the ult expires. All right, I think Legend now going to be popped here from Terra as things get chaotic here on the point, and Amazing ends up getting taken down. Delena once again coming away with the kill in that hella 1v1. The HP bars right now are just not going to be sustainable. So much damage throughput from the side of 100 Thieves. They absolutely maul Sentinels and gain control of the point.
When you see here for this triple Vanguard composition for Sentinels, losing one, in particular Kalush or Super Gomez early, that's a lot of your damage off the field. Especially when, okay, we pop the Strangling Prison there for Hogs. You're hoping to burst them through it, even with the Invisible Boundary coming up from Harvey. But unfortunately, with Kalush down, you don't have the Maelstrom. You don't have that Dark Magic just to drop a quick burst, find someone through, just out heal, or pretty much out damage the healing. It's still on the high ground, exactly what you need. I mean, just looking for the pick here, hoping to find someone, maybe one of the squishies, strategists, saying, okay, I'm just going to bide my time. I'm just going to wait. Soul Drainer in my pocket.
And no one noticing the cloak that was just billowing out from the corner. As up over the top, Agamotto going to be up here from TTK and immediately is able to find a kill on the back end. Kuroba just going to be taken down. That's the supports now eliminated. Amazing. Yeah, sure. A bit of revenge there. A personal vendetta perhaps against Delena, but not nearly enough to try to find a fight victory. 100 Thieves very quickly brush Sentinels under the rug.
And 2 ults used over 100 Thieves there because they had the setup there waiting for Delena in the background so they could drop the Eye of Agamotto on the high ground, find the strategist. And Kalush seeing that TDK is up there. It's like, okay, I'm going to drop the Eye of Agamotto. So Harvey just reactively pops the Invisible Boundary. So though they lose the fight, they got 2 ults out of them. So not the worst situation to be in, especially because the fight ended pretty quickly. The Sentinel's trying to come back in here.
Trying to come in, but also could just get locked in position here on this choke. But oh, Terra, bit of an overextension. End up falling. Kuroba able to go ahead and find that punish. Delena similarly once again going to be looking for a flank, but things might be falling apart a bit too quickly here on the point itself as 100 Thieves down 2 players. Rejoin getting ready to come through. Vinny trying to stay alive. TTK as well. Vinny whittled away yet, ends up falling. Amazing. Finding SJP. That'll be the breakthrough that Sentinels desperately needed. They'll avoid getting 100-0 again as they fight back here on this third and final round.
And you just see just how stubborn Groot is to remove. I mean, it's just a vine, a living vine there on the point with the Ironwood walls, just getting the bonus health, getting that HP. Standing next to it that's activated by the passive. Even down a strategist is now Sentinels in control. They have a lot of bank to make up for. To try to fight this high ground very aggressively, but you have to be careful of the peaks here. Don't get caught. It's the Galactic Legend used here from Terra. Can he find anyone?
He's going to be looking for it. Super Gomez, Meteor Amp popped. Kill's not found off the back of that one. Now as Goddess of Death going to be used to land it up into the sky. Already, I don't know about half, but still persevering. But does manage to come away with one. Amazing, going to be killed. Caught by that last little hit there, as now the Eye of Agamotto in, just getting the stuns. Kaluj immediately delivered unto death as Vinny comes away with 2. And 100 Thieves very quickly regain control. Yep, they're just going to go ahead, block this off. Or no,
they're not portal spawns. They're looking to counter the portal for Kaluj, potentially. They're looking to counter the portal for Kaluj. He's going to put it directly in front of him, try to block that. Oh, instead, they're actually not even doing that. Like, Kaluj wasn't able to get it off. They didn't have the time. They didn't have the time. I thought they were looking to block him, but instead they're like, actually, let's just shoot Kaluj while he's looking to portal.
No. Either way, of little consequence. It ends up just being a 2-0 closeout, or 2-1 closeout, I should say, here on Hell's Heaven for 100 Thieves, as they start the series off right.
It tells you, watch the Vinny versus Hogs battle. Observers, if we can get a nice third-person perspective of the two groups just doing this at each other for a real long time, that'd be awesome. Here we go.
Just given the performance that we were seeing, it might have to be a consideration depending on how this Midtown goes.
I doubt for a map like Midtown you'd stop playing the Hella just because there's so much verticality on this map too, and you still want to have that option to be able to take these off angles and look for picks, essentially on some of the squishies.
Well, not going to be getting any kind of portal blocks here to stop people from getting out of the spawn room. We'll just be straight into the neutral fighting, as we do have 100 Thieves first on the attack here on Midtown. Sentinels widely contained here. Forced back even further around the corners. Collusion Hogs just getting absolutely battered at the moment. TTK fearlessly just pushing full controller in hand. He's trusting in the rest of the team to support him here from behind. And that's going to be Hogs picked off. Amazing is able to find one as Terra will get taken down. Finds another. TTK does get punished. Opportunity to find some stability, but Collusion just getting dinked one after the other. But Delena just not quite able to go ahead and confirm that kill. Card, however, still does gain a bit of distance here, but Kaluj finding SJP slows up 100 Thieves for now.
Oh my gosh, and Vinny on the Groot, I mean, just using those Thornlash walls, just do so much damage there, using the passive when you get some damage to lash out. 100 Thieves getting their spawns back, gonna take control of the card here. Sentinels looking to wait for Rymazing. They are down a lot of damage currently here, and they only really have one ult. I mean, it's only one ult remaining, but that'll help if Super Gomez will get one.
Definitely does. Gets the cleanup there. Robin now just going to be sending in the ultimate here, looking just to try to force 100 Thieves back, keep this cart here at the corner, but now they go re-aggressing forward here. Terra goes in with the ultimate, not going to be able to find too much at the back of that one. Mori, ultimate rolling, keeps everybody sustained for the moment as now the roots come in from Hogs. Locked in position for the time being here, 100 Thieves, but once again, just not enough throughput to really find any eliminations. Now Kaluj at risk, and the way to take it down, Terra coming away with that kill. Moves in, finds the melee hit. So look for even further on the cleanup here. Both tanks now going to be broken down. Goddess of Death into the back line are amazing. Looking to try to peel this pressure back away from the front lines here. Try to stop this cart from advancing, but widely, they just push the cart away from the ultimate, and they're able to dodge out the damage from Amazing.
And so important what happened during that fight as well is that Kaluj went for the Eye of Agamotto towards the end of that invisible boundary after the ultimate traded there. Harvey put it out and got stunned out of it. Lost. Got no value. Pretty sure it was a free, maybe an absolute zero, but a freeze there from SGP. Also Harvey with the force physics, making sure that just weren't able to throw up. Is now another fight happening. It's Delena finding one with the Gods of Death here. I mean, just going to be so much damage. It should be second point.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, the ultimate doesn't need to deliver a multitude of kills. Just finding the first one there to really finish off Collusion and ensure that they can't really sustain up that HP bar. That's enough to go ahead and seal the deal on it. Does find a second kill for the Troubles, but with the cap on 8, it's now just under 4 minutes remaining here for 100 Thieves as they begin the second stretch of the map. Terra trying to push forward, trying to find a stagger, does end up getting punished, so a minor little reset, but there's still so much space acquired by 100 Thieves that this doesn't cost them anything, really.
It's most a little bit of an ego sting more than anything else. It just shows that Invisible Woman can definitely duel some duelists there, but they'll be back very soon with the Rocket Repulsion as TTK looking to pressure here on the front line. A lot of ult's going to be up though for Sentinels, and it's going to hurt worse with Terra coming back and being gone again. Yeah. They just don't get a chance to play the game, huh?
Yeah, I'd be curious to see where Amazing was for that kill. Didn't quite catch a glimpse of them. Wonder if it was a forward flank position to just catch him on the respawn. Either way, we see Amazing right there, though, playing out into the hallway.
Big problem here, Kilios. Perhaps in your time, they've overlaid the support ults. They've overlaid the strategist ults there for 100 Thieves backline.
Yep. So a bit of a double stack going to be coming through. Let's see if they're going to be able to still be able to play out through the remainder of this fight. As TTK moving forward, looking for the stuns off the Eye of Agamotto. Hogs is going to be taken down, but now Galactic Legend rather than coming through from Super Gomez is looks like widely this is going to be costly for the side of 100 Thieves, not having these ults available for the back end of the fight.
And now, and not only not having it for the back end of the fight, but also, well, and then also the pick, the Soul Drainer, so well played there for Sentinel. Super Gomez going for the Star-Lord here too. Just getting the combine there with Rymazing as Kaluj in, only gets one, but that's more than enough because they should have the picks, but I think they have to make sure not to overchase.
Yeah, do pull back. Opening here, this mid section is in control of 100 Thieves as they look to take the high ground. Good amount of burst damage going their way though. Try to get up and over the top and back over to the cart. Now starting to inch forward once again. Goddess of Death going to be called in. Hog's going to be taken down, however, 100 Thieves winning out this fight. This Goddess of Death able to find one, finds the second, and suddenly the turn can come through. 4v3 as the rejoin gets ready to come in here from Sentinels, and this should allow them to go ahead and maintain control, especially as TTK ends up hitting the ground. Delana getting the better of Rymazing once again, but this is going to be low on HP. Drop down, Kalush finds the punish, and once again, 100 Thieves need to get collected. These last couple fights, these skirmishes, they've been really scattered, and they haven't gone for just a full reset.
And Kurova once again showing the power of Invisible Woman here, because something to remember is that the primary fire, it passes through and then bounces back. So if you're in an enclosed space, you're doing a lot of damage there to get some picks as the Galactic Legend used Terra trying to chase on someone, but I don't think they're gonna be able to find anyone here off this. They're just able to run away.
It's just going to be a space gain here for the side of 100 Thieves. Terra just keeping them forced back. The cart once again going to be advancing forward, getting ready to go down that ramp over towards that point B checkpoint. But now Super Gomez opening up the open zone, looking to try to retake this space here for themselves. But amazing, able to find Elena before and try to go in for that ultimate. Kurova does go ahead, sends the ultimate. The ult still in a very solid position to maintain control. People going to be locked in position. Agamotto going to be used it from Kaluj, but the turnaround from 100 Thieves is just too damn good. Just fully shutting them down. Total now going to be coming through, dancing here on the cart is our Mori, just trying to delay, try to wait for the rest of the team to try to get into a position, but Hog similarly falling. 100 Thieves now in a good spot as, oh, these staggers are brutal. They should be able to just go ahead and get damn close to the cap off the back of this.
Did TTK already portal? We saw TTK going for the portal. I'm assuming so. Yes, and there's going to be the portal coming on in here to touch. But Galactic Legend, as they come through the portal here, just trying to get Tess dancing back and forth. It's going to look a little confusing. They're thinking we're portals here, but pretty much are looking to dance around the damage, try to make it back in. A very, very healthy though for Sentinels still, but now not so healthy, taking a lot of damage coming out through it, and this should be the fight.
Yeah, I mean, Super Gomez just kind of getting chunked as soon as they go through the portal, ends up falling. The rest of the team not able to find stability off the back of that one, as it looks like Gomez should be able to escape back to safety. Stays alive, but 100 Thieves, a lifeline found as they get the cap, so an extra minute and a half added to the time bank here for the final stretch. A couple ults to work with, still far away from some of the more impactful ones, the more stabilizing ones, as SJP and Harvey do not have those quite just yet.
A lot of eyes here onto TTK, knowing that they have the Agamotto, knowing that Sentinels do not have double strategy ult just yet. They should be aware of it. There's a chance they might be able to build the boundary before. Yeah, it looks like they are going to. So now, kind of irrelevant. So more than likely looking to use the Strangling Prison to try to force something. Keep an eye out for Rymazing and Delana, just keeping these flank battles going, looking for picks, trying to get someone out of position.
Oh, the push away. I have Agamotto looking for the dial there, but Blue's going to be taken down all the same. Solid kill to be found. Goddess of Death just sending those shots blindly here. It has to just go ahead, pop the crow, fly over to the side, but great chase there from Terra. He'll get in on top, finds that elimination now, pops the ultimate immediately. Kurova going to be taken down. Super Gomez similarly going to be falling to the wayside. There's 100 Thieves look to have as strong of a finish here to the map as they possibly can. Looking to try to get to the finish line. A little bit of time left in the bank. Hog's going to be taken out, and one by one, seems like Sentinels is going to get picked apart. Kalush still alive. The one player here in that front line. Eye of Agamotto at the ready. Can he find a setup for it? Just a couple meters left to go. Drops in, gets the pop, but needs some damage on the back end here. But instead, it's going to be Kalush. Focus fire down to Selena. Still just weaving in these spears, finding that kill. Daggerfly Strip finds that shot. Time drained out, but 100 Thieves still in a good position to go ahead and get the finisher. Hogs with the swap over onto the Captain America, just trying to find a little bit of extra staying power, but it still ends up falling down. 100 Thieves. Overall, very solid rally back here in the latter half of this map. No time in the bank, but they crucially get to the end of Midtown.
Getting the finish. I mean, it's in many ways people say, you know, it's not about the destination, about the journey. Wrong. It is about the destination. You want to cap out here for sure. And I think on a map like this, on a map like Midtown, where it's very hard oftentimes to finish the cap out, it's great to get that in general. And you see the power of Star-Lord in general, why Star-Lord is just increasingly getting played so much more, is the ability to just chase down frags, keep the tempo really high. The ults got traded, they got some early elims, and they're just able to send in Terra with the Galactic Legend to just find some very, very early picks in the next fight and chase down those stragglers, forcing the Fated with Worlds there for Kurova.
As we're jumping back in here, sorry to cut you off there. I've asked some comments from the chat. Is Rymazing getting hella diff right now by 100 Thieves Delena? How do you guys see this one playing out? And why does Super Gomez keep going back onto a tank? Isn't he best on Duelist? These are all questions from the chat.
Well, I mean, we talked about a lot how Sentinels has played a lot of Triple Vanguard. I'm going to be honest, there's not... the diff happens, in fact, there to Rymazing. So I'm going to say, if anything, Rymazing's been holding their own pretty well versus Delena. I don't think it's... I think Delena is getting a lot of value on the flanks. But it is the question of, like, why Super Gomez keeps going to Triple Vanguard. And it's really just Sentinels loves these Triple Vanguard comps. And especially Wolverine Band, you're, like, historically, like, oh, it's hard to counter this, right? You don't have, like, a Vanguard Buster, but 100 Thieves... They really have found a great option here with this, with the Star-Lord, with the Hela just playing on the high ground. And when you have someone like Vinny that just does so much damage, especially combined with the Doctor Strange that also does so much damage, you don't necessarily have to have the Wolverine. So maybe Sentinel's just used to it, just used to this comp.
With the Triple Vanguard back into play here for the side of Sentinels, this is where they need Rymazing to perform and not get diffed by Delena. Already off to a decent start, had that opening pick, so some space afforded over to the card as they get a decently swift push up to this big corner here. 100 Thieves, can they get collected enough to really contest this and try to wrest some control away is going to be the question. Terra consistently getting chunked out. Just has to keep tucking back here behind the ambulance. Get that HP back up, but Galactic Legend nearly online here. Could be a breaking point in this defense. We'll have to just wait and see. But for now, it's going to be Kurova first to strike. Sends out an ultimate, but Delena does find Rymazing. So the lone duelist on the side of Sentinels ends up getting picked apart. An opportunity here of weakness for 100 Thieves to try to exploit.
Oh, and it's always so scary to go for that Blaster Barrage when you don't have a Magneto for your team. You don't have the bubble to keep you from that aggression. As Hog's gonna get one, gonna get two. Super Gomez making sure to get one, another one. It's gonna be the full wipe there. Sentinels now keeping the card going, but they have no bank. No bank at all here, though, by the way. Like, sure, they're going to get the cap, but there is 0 ults in the bank outside of the Agamotto. So 100 Thieves, sure, it's a relatively fast cap, but they can feel pretty confident here because second is really a very, very tough challenge, especially with all the fighting is going to take place on the high ground here.
Well, we have seen, though, some, we saw it from Sentinels in the first map. Maybe we see it here from 100 Thieves. Team's getting a bit frazzled, not being able to get fully recollected and reset. And then ending up bleeding out those ultimates one by one, or stacking them, in the case of what we saw from 100 Thieves when they were on their attack. Let's see, those right now, for the moment, don't have that opportunity. Harvey going to be trying to catch up, but Delena able to go ahead and note Rymazing, finds that kill. Kalush goes forward, gets the stun, looking for that elimination, but it's going to be Kalush
beautiful
taking down the Eye of Agamotto, just not able to find it. Like you said, the shield coming through is keeping him protected, as now floodgates opened up and 100 Thieves just shoving him back.
Okay, I might have spoke too soon. Maybe Delena is doing the hella diff. It could be, maybe Delena is hitting the hella diff here, especially on the defense for them. And just once again, you see the power of Invisible Woman just being able to pop shields throughout the map to protect your flankers. It mitigates damage, it gives healing. It's such a strong piece of utility. And combined with the force physics, I mean, you're just able to push away ults. And a lot of the pressure here on Rymazing really to, honestly, with, not to mince the words, it just has to stop going down the Delena on the flank. They need to win a flank battle.
Yeah, they're about to clash again. Over on that flank, you see them just sending out those daggers towards one another. In the meantime, the tank line from Sentinels is desperately trying to get this cart moving forward. For Prison going to be sent out here. Vinny trying to just go ahead and continue to shove things back, and now you've got the Goddess Depth just up above, just constantly layering in this damage. Heals out from Aramori, should be able to keep everybody alive through this, but never mind. Delena's still going to be able to come away with 2 as the ult expires. This is going to be, once again, 100 Thieves brushing off this attack from Sentinels. More time bought. Still 3 minutes, so decent time bank to work with for Sentinels, but reminder that they have to make it to the end of the map.
And this is where it makes Midtown so hard to attack, right? It's just that you get to the second point. The chokes are very, very oppressive. The geometry's hard to get around. You need to be ideally winning on the flanks because, like, you're just going to be trading ults back and forth until eventually, okay, there's a huge Eye of Agamotto from TTK. As you see, once again, Rymazing looking to take this duel. But while that happens, Galactic Legend out.
Being noted on that flank makes him that much more vulnerable.
Oh,
Amazing.
oh,
Under a bit of
no.
damage there. And okay, yep, not what you want to be seeing there. As they do manage to go ahead and pull some attention. So Amazing stays alive for the moment. Goddess of the Death still at the ready. Vinny continuing to just try to be as immovable of a tree as humanly possible. Gets pulled in, gets frozen up, but HP bar still relatively healthy. But Amazing, or rather, not opened up. This managed to go ahead and come away with a neutral kill. And follows up on the back end with 2 more. TTK, SJP, both going to be taken down here by this Hela's hand. And that's exactly the kind of performance, exactly the kind of fragging that you need to be seeing here from Amazing. As for now, Sentinels, a decent amount of space going to be opened up, but
Almost there. Don't turn back.
100 Thieves can't get themselves
A little
back.
bit of bog.
No,
They have bog
okay.
TTK here a little bit. I mean, that's just the power of the portals, right? If you don't have options to counter portal, you're just stuck in a situation where you have to make it out. Is see Terra going to the magic to touch, but Delena already down. And with this damage advantage, I mean, Sentinels, they should be able to cap this out because there's no more ults on the field here for 100 Thieves unless they all get caught by an auto. And yeah, it's already capped. So.
The cap is there. There was an attempt. I mean, Terra doing his damage to try to get in there, but in the end, the portal bog is just far too strong. So now an extra bit of time. So 2:45 to make it to the end of the map. And if Sentinels can do it with time in the bank, they'll be in a very nice, advantageous position going into extra innings here.
You see how
still an opportunity to try to slow this up.
They're close to a Dark Child, very close to a Dark Child, honestly. And, you know, I didn't love the magic early on in the first map of domination, but definitely still pretty decent counter into a triple Vanguard. Not a terrible option, especially for maybe finding some strategies in the backline. You see Right Amazing looking for the duels, looking to find a pick. Almost finding one, not quite though.
Terra, Dark Child now going to be online. TTK, Eye of Agamotto there. Collusion nearly with one to try to match. 9% away here on the opposite side. Pushing forward, look at the shove them back. TTK still just holding that ultimate here in the back pocket, not sending it quite just yet. Roots out there from Hogs, not going to be leading to too much though for the side of Sentinels.
If you showed this screen to a medieval peasant, their brain would explode. They wouldn't know what's happening. There's the Eye of Agamotto coming out. Strategist going to keep them alive, and TTK finally won off the damage from the Maelstrom.
I think there's many things.
What
you
is
could,
this magic screen?
Yeah, I think there's a lot you can do to really blow their minds here, but TTK going to be taken down. Collusion out. Ultimate going to be invested. Delena, however, up and over the top, just completely unfocused. Aramori both going to be taken down. Supportless now here on the side of Sentinel. Solid volley. As Delena comes up with yet another elimination. And now it's going to take them down to under a minute.
I mean, they're looking great at Kilios. I mean, they finally stabilized here. Looking very good after a very good second defense as well. I mean, it's pretty much last fight territory for Sentinels outside of using a portal to the recontest. No ults in the bank for Sentinels either. So, I mean, pretty much for 100 Thieves, I imagine they're just going to try to draw it out. Look for a Strangling Prison, knowing that there's not going to be strategy ult just yet. They have to know to go first, though, as well. They need to be ult tracking this because Vinny, I mean, there's no way he doesn't know.
SJP getting closer and closer to that fate. As the prison does get sent there from Vinny. Yeah, Hogs now his gets a huge grab here onto the players of 100 Thieves as they desperately try to sustain SGP, though. He's alive, keeps the team in the mix, and now they have 2 support ultimates left to go here for the side of 100 Thieves, but they don't pull the trigger fast enough. They double stack him with TTK. He's already been eliminated. Does become a little bit more difficult to try to assault in towards this Invisible Woman ultimate, but it will expire. No support ultimate now to speak of. Terra desperately trying to make something happen, but Kurova able to find now going to be taken down. Space opened up. Sentinels here on the final stretch. 5 seconds remaining. 100 Thieves. Can they find the stability here? Get back in for this defensive card. Getting closer and closer. Overtime going to be forced out. TTK focus fired. Taken down. Super Gomez able to find the kill. The Meteor M still in the back pocket. Ball gets raised. Eye of Agamotto now online as well here for Kalush to just try to put the final nail in the coffin. Meteor seeking target. Slaps it down. Vinny going to be the focus. Going to be the kill. As Delena up and over the top. It's raining down. Looking for some eliminations. Gets the supports over onto the side. Cannot get the eliminations there, though. Cannot find those kills where they so badly needed them. And in the end, it will be Sentinels making it to the end of Midtown. No time left in the bank, so we go to extra innings, a minute apiece.
And that cap just entirely triggered off the back that Vinny had the Strangling Prison. No strategy results. Alive for Sentinels. Didn't find anything. The value completely mitigated. Hog's doing a great job to wall off some of the damage. The Force Physics as well. Just continue to get value. I mean, Vinny then gets caught later again by the Force Physics from Kurova, drawing them in. Because remember, you can push, you can pull. Wax on, wax off. And I think right there, that was the wax off scenario, bringing Vinny back in. And realistically, just showing again, Sentinels has it. Just because 100 Thieves are looking good, Sentinels is not a team to be underestimated. Thank you, Puckett. Thank you. I agree. Yeah, we're very, very.
I was going to ask
there.
If we get a full hold here on both sides, a win counts as a loss, right? We get more games from these two teams.
Yeah,
I would say they think a loss counts as a loss on their side. For on us, on our
a draw counts as a loss, right? A tie.
Yeah, I mean a tie. I mean, I think a draw would not count as a loss theoretically. It would count.
It's not a win though.
No, it's not a win.
First to 3 wins, right?
It is.
All right, I'll let Comp Op sort that one out. It's $1,000 on the line. 100 Thieves Sentinels overtime. Go.
it's an extension, let's say. It's just an extension of the action.
It's true.
But payload maps, draws, you know, not expecting to see one of those here.
Sentinel's going to do a very aggressive bunker here, Seth. You can see here that they're just going to try to like play very tight on the corner, use all these walls to mitigate some of the damage. They just have to be careful with the flanks because there is going to be a door on the right side as well.
Well, Hogs out into the open, taken low, not taken down. Still eating quite a bit of damage, though. Has to tuck back around the corner here inside of the building just to try to stay safe. Super Gomez, Kaluj, all of them taking so much damage. It's going to be TTK to find the first kill here in this overtime. Hogs now going to be taken down as well. This defense here from Sentinels, the all-in with the triple Vanguard, falls to the wayside as 100 Thieves just absolutely brute force their way through the Sentinels line. And now with 18 seconds remaining, an immense amount of space opened up. Good distance going to be found here at 100 Thieves with an opportunity to try to get this cap.
That's the downside of being a really, really aggressive forward hold here on Midtown is that, yes, you can bunker there, but if you lose kind of early, yeah, you're going to be an OT fight regardless because you only have a minute, and now you've given a lot of ults to 100 Thieves and a lot of cap time too.
Good amount of space here. Vinny at Root Prison online. Down to half. When does he pull the trigger is going to be the question. For now, it's going to be Kurova starting things off, and Vinny gets taken down. The ult not going to be seen, at least not yet. A freeze there on the Delena, able to go ahead and wait that one out. Aya Agamotto pushing forward here. TTK looking for the setup. Kaluj gets taken down. Hogs going to be traded as well. Harvey coming away with that elimination. 100 Thieves so very close to being able to get the cap and continue extending forward with Super Gomez getting taken down. And it looks like it's going to happen. Terra starting to go absolutely crazy. Comes away with 2 kills, and this push continues.
And having the magic alive there for the chase down those late fights, so important. Using the portals, the stepping disc, just chase him down. I thought the fight was almost over there because Harvey just not able to get the invisible boundary up in time to save Vinny, but stay alive. Huge Aya Agamotto from TTK. And this is an amazing scenario for 100 Thieves to get this far on a minute, and they still hold on to a lot of ults. Here's the pressure coming out, Seth. I mean, they have to be aware of the flank here as well because there's a lot of ults on the board, and you see there's Delena on the flank looking for a long flank again. Gonna win.
Yep, Delena able to come away with that one. Now can just turn the sights back over here, over towards the cart. That got us. That's still at the ready. SJP keeping people sustained as best as humanly possible, but Super Gomez still able to come away with one. Finds that kill. HP bars falling low on the side of Sentinels, but now sustained as they double stack the ultimates. Got us to death here from above, just raining down the shot. Desperately trying to find a kill. Finds one. Kurova dead. Aramori on the floor. 100 Thieves continuing. People staying alive. The players not falling. They stay in this. The push continues. So once again, Harvey just able to go ahead and help stabilize these HP bars, get even closer to the next ultimate. 100 Thieves, how far can they continue with this OT?
I mean, Delena, you gotta put a stop to this. You gotta put a stop to this, right? Amazing, historically so good, but Delena just, I mean, realistically, just making all the openings, falling up there with the Aya Agamotto too with the Gods of Death, as 100 Thieves keep the push going, and they're gonna have another boundary for Harvey. They're gonna have another Strangling Prison soon. Rye Amazing needs to make something happen here. Sentinels in general, but I mean, there's a lot of, and Rye Amazing down again, Delena, just out, just walking over him.
Just delivering on all fronts when they so desperately need them to. Delena is coming up huge, looking for Amori there as well. Almost finds that kill. Terra at the same time going to be taken down. Hogs able to find one, but then gets traded out. Harvey Kills that one back. The ultimate still online. SJP nearly there with another one as Delena delivers another final blow. Kaluj going to be taken down. Delena going off onto the flank once again, just hunting, looking for Amazing.
TDK
Here out in front of the spawn.
As well. That's so crucial. That's so crucial here, Achilles, because you can just get the early scout, be able to put some pressure on them very early, and then by the time this fight happens again, Delena's about to have another Goddess of Death, and Mason hasn't even a chance to use one.
Hasn't been given any kind of opportunity, but 100 Thieves looking for the full push here to the end in overtime. This would be devastating to the side of Sentinels. It already is, frankly, just given that they started with a minute. And there's the stun, there's the shot. Amazing going to be taken down once again. Delena coming away huge with that elimination. Another Goddess of Death nearly online. Ult's going to be layered in. Kalush goes forward. Agamotto looking for the stuns, looking for the kills, but SJP keeping everybody sustained here. As if it Two Worlds ends up coming through. Terra looking to rejoin, sprinting back as quickly as humanly possible as the Root Prison going to be sent out. Vinny gathering them up, getting the cluster together, but Delena unable to find the kills quite just yet. Shot over to the side, trying to predict the movements here, trying to get that shot in, trying to get that damage across to find the pick, but cannot. Amazing now looking to shove them back. Overtime going to start bleeding out. Just a sliver remaining if 100 Thieves clear the cart at all. This is going to be the hold here from the side of Sentinels, but Vinny finding one. Kalu's going to be taking down the respawn right here in front. Delena swapping over towards that Star-Lord as Terra goes in. Ultimate at the ready, popped. SJP going to be taken down. The heel's going to be cut down. As Harvey, the ultimate nearly online. Can they get it in time to try to sustain the team? Looks like the answer is going to be no. Sends it in desperation, but ultimately meets their demise. The overtime should bleed out from here as Vinny will fall, but my God, what an effort from 100 Thieves on this push. You could say, yeah, Sentinels, they finally do it. They stop the cart, but good God, the amount of distance with just a minute to start. 100 Thieves pulling off a miracle here on Midtown.
You'll need a top
How's your voice doing over there? Voice doing okay over there? Yeah, long OTs, long, very long fights here. But overall, I mean, 100 Thieves getting essentially close to a full cap with a minute. That's a worst case scenario. The only thing slightly worse is getting the actual full cap. And they just struggled so much to remove Vinny from the point there at the end. Luckily there, they have the spawns. They're coming back. There wasn't a lot of value gone from Delena. Finally, on that Goddess of Death, wasn't able to get a pick. Removing a lot of that damage very early in that fight, which was a godsend for Sentinels. So there is a chance. There is a chance, but to make it that far, I mean, Sentinels fans, if you're part of the Sin City, you have to be, I mean, right now, you better be paying your taxes. Like, they need everything they get for the government services for Sin City. I mean, they need help. You know, there's a general election, like, something needs to be done here because they are on the edge for sure.
Yeah, need to re-bolster the infrastructure here a little bit, would seem. Need a fast rail line straight to the end of this map. But it looks like Sentinel's not going to be changing it up. Still just going to be sticking with the triple Vanguard.
4, 3,
You have to worry, given how Delena has been performing and has been widely having Amazing's number. But if that continues, just not going to have the damage output to really get this push going. And already Delena waiting on that left-hand side here from the attacker's perspective to try to go for the flank. Does get spotted out.
Ooh. I mean, the good spot and the force physics, but they're able to find Delena. I mean, they are way back there. As Terra, though, Terra actually getting the pick. That's what they're trying to chase down. Gonna take down Aramori. Sure, gonna get the late elimination there, but slowing down Sentinels a lot, and it gives 100 Thieves a chance to at least contest a bit longer. Because I mean, they have enough. They have enough muscle. They have enough sustain.
But it's already more than half the time bank gone. 20 seconds now remaining here in the time bank, and Sen need to basically complete the entire map in one fell swoop, in one little push. Kalush is able to find one. Vinny going to be taken down. A solid start here that they desperately need. Because Hogs only builds up towards that Root Prison here. Kalush getting tagged up down to about half. Hogs similarly eating a bit of damage, but Kalush is able to come out on top. TPK going to be on the floor. Damage being suffered. Super Gomez able to find one as Harvey will fall. Terra answers back another elimination. Doesn't have that online quite just yet, and some solid stackers in the back end as Delena will fall. Means that Sentinels have a good amount of space opened up, but TTK alive can set up here for the re-aggression onto the card.
Absolutely crucial there from Aramori to get that absolute zero with the wall off from Hogs. There's now the portal. Either it can just happen, but the ult banks, I mean, relatively equivalent, honestly. They're going to have a lot of ults coming up in this fight. As you see, there's a Strangling Prison. Visible boundaries used for both sides. Now we're just waiting to see, can anyone get caught?
The TTK shoved away. Agamotto, I don't believe it's going to connect onto too many there at all, as Kaluj now goes in with his own. Hit in, they're looking for Vinny, trying to just burst down this Groot, and they're able to do so. SJP not there in position to try to get the save. Into the back line, though, goes Terra, just swinging the sword, looking for some eliminations, bouncing through the portals. He's up and over the top goes TTK, just pulling back here for the moment. Goddess of Death out, Delena able to find a second kill. Kurova going to be taken down, and it's just death from above. Amazing, finally able to put an end to this one. Finds that kill, but I think the damage has been dealt. 100 Thieves. Just too much sustained.
I mean, TTK is just sitting here. They need to remove TTK. They need to remove TTK. They have to. They're just going to sit here and continue to fight. There's so much damage. TTK finding another, getting constantly pocketed. And because of those picks from Delena, they stay in it and never doubt the value of the Doctor Strange Achilles, because Doctor Strange does so much damage. The map going the way of 100 Thieves.
And then I'm going to become a pro coach of a Marvel Rivals team. So if you got a squad, you need a big name to sign you. I got all the connections.
I was going to say, one of the things we haven't gotten to see too much is actually that just the Namor and Luna Snow combination. So, and we see that right now here in the hands of 100 Thieves.
Now see, I wasn't expecting this, because I've seen a lot of teams play like Magneto thing to mitigate Wolverine value, because you have the damage reduction, you can reduce the movement with the NC Sweet Charge, and you have the bubbles, but they're still gonna play the triple Vanguard just this time with the thing, just putting the thing in instead of. I mean, it's really interesting to me that they're really attached to the triple Vanguard. They just must love the comp.
Saying Magneto thing makes it seem like you just don't know what you're talking about. But
yeah.
All right, well, Vinny here on the Venom going to be taken down off the rip as Kaluj finding a solid opening kill. And swiping across here, Terra going to break down Hogs as much as possible, but obviously Hogs widely just shrugging off that damage. Push back up to full HP, frozen for a moment, but quick little exit back over here. And for now, the Chariot going to be locked in position. Full collection as okay in around the back line here. Elena again just flanking, and that's just going to be 2 kills as both supports end up getting taken down.
And this is also the problem into the Namor Achilles, especially on this map, is that Namor, you're going to be constantly using that Blessings of the Deep, which is the bubble, to get up to high ground, to look for the flanks. Yggdrasil Path in particular is a map that's defined by taking some high ground advantages, looking for flanks, and Namor is really good at that, because not only is he mobile, but he does so much damage with the monster spawn, and is really, really tanky too.
Well, attempt here at the recontest to try to just stop this cap from coming through. Terra going to be taken low, but not going to be taken down. Still stays alive, all nearly online. Harvey investing the ultimate here for the moment. As Meteor M not going to find much there from Super Gomez, and Delena comes away with another one. Once again, Armori going to be the target focus as Delena comes up with that opening pick. Finds Super Gomez here on the back end. It seems like it's just going to be a minor time buy here for Sentinels, but in the end, 100 Thieves get the cap. The door is open, and they have 4.5 minutes now for the next stretch.
And what I really love too about the 100 Thieves comp in particular is that when you're also playing Venom here, Venom's able to position, set up dives in the backline along with Delena, and additionally is also just extremely survivable. So like, can just sit, drop the symbiotic resistance, and make sure that everyone's looking at him for a really long time, letting Delena, give the Delena the option to come in, forcing the cooldown so Terra can come just find one, and there's going to be the Feast of Abyss. And remember, that does a lot of damage because it's congruent to 50% of your total health. So the more health you have, the more damage it does. Though it's still getting burned.
It does a lot. Not going to be able to find any kills at the back end of that one, but does give Sentinels some pause here as they look to try to reaggress. DRM out here from TTK, sending it down. Widely going to be blocked out though, so not too much damage nor a kill going to be found. Harvey tagged up. Stays alive here for the moment. Terra able to stay alive, and once again, dude, Delena is just an absolute menace that needs to be dealt with. 3 kills here in the fight. Kaluj only able to peel 1 back as TTK will fall, but 100 Thieves don't give a damn about that because they continue pushing onward.
And you have to continue to wonder, like, where, like, what the triple Vanguard here is clearly having issues. Super Gemma is obviously talented at it. Hog's obviously great on the thing, but they're just not getting any value. They're going to go here for the recontest. The NC Charge coming on in. There's going to be both strategy ults pop for either side. But just watch out for the Hornet Proteus coming on through because they can burn through some of these ults.
Yeah, I mean, Harvey just greets them there with the ult. There's the Hornet Proteus now going to be infested. Kill's not going to be found at the back of that one. Some decent stability here from the side of Sentinels, but Aramori's ult now going to be expiring, and that's when the kills are found. Kaluj, Super Gomez, both going to be taken down. 2 of your Vanguards immediately lost, as Hogs will be the last one standing, and not for very long. Delena, again, another triple in the fight. 100 Thieves. They're starting to run away with this one here, Avast. 4
And the longer
minutes
the fights
plus for this
run
last threat.
too, Achilleos, when you look at Terra on the Wolverine, Wolverine is also a really survivable DPS as well, very survivable duelist.
yeah.
And once the strategy ults get popped, remember, he's doing damage based on the percentage of the ult. He has the last stand. So once all the cooldowns, once all the ults are gone, I mean, Terra is just able to come on in and get 1, get 2, and just remain a menace here on the point because they've used so much to just stay in the fight.
Oh, caster currency does die off the rip.
That's okay. That's fine.
Quick to respawn though. Sentinels desperately trying to take some forward space. Amazing has the pop here on the ultimate. The Star-Lord layering in some damage, but not going to be finding any kills. Goes back over looking for this Namor, and Delena will get taken down, and that's going to be pretty much your #1 target here if you are Sentinels on this defense. I have Agamotto though on the drop in. TTK get the sun across on the multiple players, but kill's not going to be found. Terra once again going to be sent back to the respawn room, cycling these duels here, it would seem, as Vinny cannot stay alive. And finally, Sentinels find some semblance of control of this chariot.
And this particular point, last point, is probably going to be one of the best situations for them here in the Path of Yggdrasil, because there's very narrow hogs here on the thing, can be doing a lot of cleave damage with stone haymakers. They have options to just like block, pretty much block. Is there already a lot of damage trying to find the isolation? They're going to force an early fade with World Server Sentinels.
I have Agamotto out here from Kaluj in the lock-up position, and Hog's able to just get in on top of Terra. So once again, kill going to be found. Well gets sent. Armori going to be hitting the floor there. Super Gomez also gets taken down, and it's a commit here from Karova, but multiple players on their team end up getting lost. 3 kills going to be found. Now looking for a little bit more as Amazing will get picked apart. And in the end, 100 Thieves able to go ahead and turn the tides here on this fight, open up a little bit more space to get this payload moving once again.
And a lot of the mitigation here and a lot of the sustain for these fights are going to be coming in from Hogs here, because he has the team up, he has the bonus health generation, and just so much cleave here on the point to just set up the space to force ults for Rymazing to be able to pop the Galactic Legend. Is Terra looking to make it up, trying to find the abduction, not going to find one with the Pharaoh Leap, going to get pushed off instead, but still holding on to the last stand. Still trying to fight for the high ground.
Unable to find that pin. Amazing once again going out. Galactic Legend going to be popped. Just looking to try to layer in this damage, but not able to find too much there. Harvey keeps the team sustained here for the moment. The dive in once again there from Terra. Ult still in the back pocket. Going to be some neutral chip fighting here over this final corner. As they try to break through. TTK, that Eye of Agamotto at the ready. See when he tries to go for it, but it's going to be Terra just diving into the Mac line. Just absolutely eviscerating 4 targets. As there's the team wipe. There's the push to completion. 100 Thieves slowed up a bit here on the final stretch, but they make it to the end of the path with 1:22.
Yeah, finishing with time in the bank over a minute is huge for Path of Yggdrasil. And this is the issue again, where we're looking at the triple Vanguard comp. It's like, okay, you have a lot of meat on the point. You have a lot of sustain, but Wolverine don't care. Wolverine does not care. Wolverine's just going to shred, build up the Berserker's Rage, go for a last stand, especially if you don't have any strategy ults. And even if you do, you can get caught by that. Just immediately stunned. And then they're just going to burst you through because of that percentage health and damage that's being done. And I think this is just a problem again, where if you're going to play the triple Vanguard, you need to have some sort of proactive options, because Wolverine's eventually just going to chew through you.
I mean, we just got the perfect example of it there at the end. I mean, this goes to show why it had been getting banned away in the previous 2 maps. Terra, mentioned that in the opening series versus FlyQuest only showed it once, didn't have the best performance. This clearly, just showing that was a fluke. That was not the normal level of Wolverine that we can expect from him. And good God, he just absolutely destroyed them on that final push. But aside from that, I think we again have to give credit over to Delena, who was kind of the regular fragger here for the team.
And I mean, they understand their role so well. They're making sure to just constantly fight for the flanks, leverage Namor, especially with the Luna Snow team up there for the frozen spawn, to be an absolute menace on the backlines and force the strategist, force some of the squishier targets to turn for him. And every time they turn for them, guess what? That's when the aggression is going to come in for 100 Thieves. That's 100 Thieves still keeping the same composition.
Change up. Super Gomez going over here onto the Winter Soldier. So Bucky in play.
2 duelists. They've done it. They've done it, Achilleos. 2 duelists. They're having the Namor. They're having Super Gomez. They're going to have a little bit more options now to actually just remove Delena off there. And they're already just so much damage here on the field. And what a hook.
Yeah, I mean, look at Vinny, just that nothing but shields remaining there on the HP bar. Does need to get DLC there from the supports, and looks like we'll be able to do so. Terra going to be taken down, are amazing. Going to bring the Namor into play. Comes away with that kill. Frozen up here for the moment, but widely, a lot of space bought from the side of Sentinels. As they get closer to this point A capture. Delana trying to go on a flank here around the back, but Kalu's just sticking to him like glue, just trying to make sure that this Namor does not get away with murder. Amazing at the same time, though, able to find SJP, able to find Harvey. 2 critical kills, no heals available now under Thieves, and that is just going to be them going ahead and spiraling things out of control on the push and getting the cap on A in all likelihood.
And I'm absolutely trying here to remind everyone that, like, yes, 2 duelists immediately worked, right? But doesn't mean the triple Vanguard was bad. Doesn't mean that it wasn't working in scrims and things like that for Sentinels. But, like, you just see the immediate difference. Having so much more pressure on the flanks, forcing Terra and Delina to not be able to just go to your backline consistently. And both Winter Soldier and Namor are great at trying to do a lot of damage and chunking down a lot of damage, especially with the team-ups. As now they're going to make it here onto second. Super Gomez finding Terra immediately because there's a reason
Terra.
Winter Soldier's a perma-pick. He just do so much damage still.
So much damage, so much displacement. Is all in all a huge pick here for the squads. Are amazing, able to come away under pressure with that 1 kill, but Vinny does do well to go ahead and trade it back very quickly. TTK having to backpedal back around the final corner now. There's quite a bit of space having to be given up. Vinny goes in, ult going to be popped here. Just looking to try to chunk up these players on the side of Sentinels, but Sustain is going to be found as Kurovic goes ahead and invests the ultimate. Terra on the swap, however, does come in. Winter Soldier for himself. Picks off Calusto, front line going to be broken down just a bit, and now has that Kraken online. As here at the ready,
coming in, gets 2.
But yep, right, amazing, comes away with 2 kills off the back of the ult. Both supports just clustered together, and the whale absolutely flattens them.
I mean, and this is why also Namor, a really great pick when you're dealing just in general, because you have the option to burst through some of these strategies. Even with the boundary up for Harvey, doesn't really matter. You can burst through that. Fate of Both Worlds, if it was to be for SJP, still would have been able to be on that. As Delina looking to fight for this flank. Sentinels keeping the momentum going and looking a lot better here on the Tool Duelist, honestly. Just looking a lot more alive, just keeping the tempo up.
And you know what? Look, maybe these will be alleviated if this ends up getting extended and we don't see a 3-0, but I have to be a little bit frustrated for the moment because we could have been seeing this the entire time. Collusion at the same time, though, goes ahead, sends the Meteor M, just barrel stuffs Terra with it, absolutely crushes him to death. And with 2 kills in their favorite, Sentinels to try to get this cart pushed forward in towards B, get that extra little bit of time bank bump up. Now will be held at bay, but now look to reaggress off the back of Pogs because they're trying to run them down. Comes across TDK, separated away from the support. They're clustered here in the side room. Ends up falling to the wayside. Vinny just trying to buy some time here, buy some space for the rest of the team, but he himself falling low. Shielding going to be coming through. Pops the ultimate here. They're trying to turn the tides of the fight. Hogs are amazing. Both going to be taken down to lane, able to find Super Gomez, and Kalush falling as well. Solid response. 100 Thieves scraping by with this team fight victory. They stop Sentinels from getting the cap.
Oh, really unfortunate. Really unfortunate. Great for 100 Thieves, but really unfortunate for Sentinels. I mean, they thought they were going to get the cap there. They chased really deep. Hogs looking for the split onto the backline. Goes so deep, goes so low that they aren't able to stay alive for the retake test that occurs there. And now Sentinels having to make the long trek back. They are going to have some ults in the bank, so definitely very winnable for the upcoming fight. But it's just already like 30, 40 seconds off the clock just to make it back to the point to attack.
Yeah, in a minute 22, what they're trying to beat, if they can get towards the end of the map, they'll get that extra minute and a half to get this next little cap here. Walls respawning. Eye of Agamotto available here for TTK. As Kurova going to go ahead, pulls the trigger first and foremost, and there's the freeze, getting the interrupted, and TTK just going to be stunned out. Ult now layered in, Aramori keeping everybody alive here at the Fate 2 Worlds. As Terra desperately looking to try to get a pull here, try to isolate a target, get him out of that healing field, but cannot. TTK going to be taken down to Super Gomez, able to find 1. SJP a little bit too late to keep the tank alive in the fight with their ult of their own. As Kraken not going to be finding too much here as everybody just clustered up into the side room. Things getting chaotic, and Clues being caught up in the crossfire. Ends up getting taken down. The cart's still not advancing forward, still rolling back. In fact, Sentinels have not been able to regain full control. Terra on the reaggress, finding 1, finding 2. Gomez, Aramori, both going to be taken down. Once again, Sentinel's going to be forced to go for this reset. Stagger's still going to be suffered here on the back end as Hogs ends up falling. And now things start being very concerning for Sentinels as there's just a minute remaining.
And again, just Vinny on the Venom, making sure to get a lot of value from the Feast of the Abyss, taking a lot of the health low, and Delina just pressuring the main at the same time while that fight was happening in the flank, taking a lot of the pressure off 100 Thieves. And last fight here for Sentinels, about to have some ults in the bank. 100 Thieves controlling these positions. Vinny looking to set up and engage, try to force some cooldowns as Delina also probably going to look to try to follow up, drop a Hornet Proteus, just find one through likely the invisible boundary of Harvey.
Already, the chances of being able to close this out with a larger time bank pretty much gone here for Sentinels. They need to get this cap on B. They need to get to the end of the map to try to extend this further, to stop this from going the way of 100 Thieves. Kraken Hughes not finding much of anything there at Super Gomez, but does have a little bit of an isolation there onto Vinny, but he just goes ahead, swoops back around, swinging in, joining in with the rest of the team, getting top back up. Cracking out pop there from Terra, looking for some kills. The whale into the back is gone. Goes the
Three for Delina.
It's going to be clipped, but the kill's not going to be found. And that is just going to be Delina coming up absolutely monstrous. 3 kills found, a team wipe across the board. Sentinels knocked out of the park, knocked out of the map, and out of the series. 100 Thieves 3-0. They will be now claiming the championship, claiming the prize pool for themselves here in week 2 of NA Fight Night.